That way people can associate name to face.
Well, my name is Diva D for who don't know me.
Hi.
I've been a promoter for over 15, 16 years. I recently have a bar service. It's been a year, Imperial Ladies. So I do promotion, I do event planning, I do promotion, the bar service.
So promotions in the bar service. So the promotion side, and then also managing other people that work.
Come to sell myself tonight.
And then footwork.
Oh.
Yeah, you look like you was asleep.
No, I was there.
I know I ain't that boring.
No, I was listening to her. I'm an event curator.
Okay.
Could we have
So please explain that so we know.
Meaning I create experiences.
Boom.
That's the goal, is to create
Literally.
That's where I'm at.
What about other things? You do
No,
other
you got
things.
to say what you was doing before now.
No, well, see, that's the thing though. You can say you do other things, but other things get distracting because then people expect you to always do those other things. All right, so I danced in my prior life.
Okay,
I was a dancer.
Months of prior life.
Listen,
I want this.
but I had to evolve that into something different. You know what I mean? Because it has to mean something nowadays. Because the dancing back when
Different.
because you see 20's doing his 17th, 89th annual birthday. So that's how long he been doing it.
89?
Annual.
So that's how long he been doing it. And since then we've been doing it. It's been, you know what I'm saying?
19 years, brother.
So to label yourself as just a dancer nowadays is just like
Not the same as
no even disrespect though. It's just like saying I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Because because everybody is like, it makes it easy just to say I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? When there's so much more into that. You feel me saying? So I don't just say I'm a dancer because anybody can just open their mouth and say that. You feel me? So I just kind of leave it out.
If I go so, yeah, dancer too. We can do this.
No,
you have to say.
we know the dancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we know the dancer. We have to say
No dancer then. Okay.
icon dancer. You have to throw the icon on there.
But then if you say that stuff,
Just say it's a curator. We're gonna work with that
And
tonight.
then artistry too.
artist, yeah, in the prior life too. I did music
That's
too.
another life. So we on 3 so far.
Yeah, man.
Cat have 9 lives.
Yeah.
Tia, show him the signal when you drop out.
You got it down pat. All
right, I'm Wally British. I'm assuming everybody that's supposed to be tuned in tonight should be familiar with me. Just in case you're not, I'm Wally British. I am a promoter here in Orlando. I am also an events host for a lot of events. I am also, most importantly, a party patron, lover of dancehall. So, I'm not gonna lift that off me as a patron just as much as I am a promoter. So I'm on both sides of the fence here. So yeah, and newly added dance. Oh yeah, party promoter, events host, MC, and a patron here in our community of Orlando and surrounding areas. And I do
a little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything as it pertaining to entertainment. So long and short, I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, the stir fry don't.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Famous 20. I'm from Jamaica, but I'm currently residing in Central Florida area, in Orlando. I'm a dancer.
Thank you.
You're not putting the icon on it? You're not putting the icon?
Everybody know me, I'm Famous 20, man. That's the thing. You know, me a dancer. Start off as a dancer. Still a dance, you know. And I always promote me one little part of me keep a year time. One digga part of me keep a year time, you know. I know all something there. I always something there, yeah. Can't say I'm a promoter in some ways, but I promote myself mostly. And I'm also a record label owner. I'm an artist. And I do producing also. So music and entertainment right round. It come right on a full circle. So that's the thing. Oh, another thing. I'm a chef too, yeah.
You can cook? I want this. Me never know say you can cook.
Y'all you better can cook.
Okay.
Think you
No,
there
me
you
no
have to
cook.
look you want to live a restaurant and come done man bank book cook. Hey! Yeah man. And also again, I'm coming for selling as I tell Wally. I am an what you call it again thing?
But me don't know. You know why you mix me up in Iran? You mix me up in Iran.
No, I'm a part owner of a construction company,
Okay.
vice president. So ladies
You're
and
entrepreneur.
gentlemen, yeah, if you want your roof to fix, if you want to build a house, if you want nothing to do to your house, wall for put up, room for paint, outside for paint, interior, exterior, anything you want to do, plumbing, anything. Ladies, plumbing, if you want some plumbing to get done, link me. If you
Same
want,
reason having a relationship problem.
Exactly. You hear that?
Right. That
He
answers
didn't mean
that.
that. He didn't mean that.
thing, want you play a song after we're done. Hold on now. Drink water and mind my business. Want you play that song
You
for
are the
me,
one
yeah?
saying to everybody.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Let me done talk.
I'm
yeah.
playing devil's advocate.
And I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, here. Construction company. If you
All
need
right.
anything to get done, just link Famous 20. That's what the thing there.
All right.
Boys who
Thank
put
you
on
very much,
construction.
Mr. 20, for
You're welcome,
educating us
sir.
on this.
Tony said he do all the plumbing work himself.
Okay, people, because it won't let us post the number. So it's 407-374-9891. I'm sorry. We're trying to post it, but it won't let us post. And like Wally said, we need everybody calling in. If you're a
Repeat the number
patron,
again.
407-374-9891. You love dancehall and you go, please call in.
Especially if you're having a problem or something isn't sitting right with you. In your soul, in our community, your questions, your concerns, whatever you think we can do to fix certain things, call in with all of that.
What is that song
May your
that
voice
plays?
be heard.
If you
In the arms, because you know that's my jam.
Don't be a student that sits in the back of the class and never participate,
Yeah.
never let your voice be heard, and then it's just like you was just in the class, but you never make sense in it.
That's a make up number.
Yeah, you just did it in the class and make up number.
Because honestly, we all been on the two separate side of the fence, right? Artists, regular person. We had to start somewhere, right?
right.
We have made
Everybody was a
mistakes.
patron
No,
in
we
the
have
very
all
beginning.
made mistakes, and we have learned from those mistakes.
Yeah.
That is so
Especially
true.
when we've been promoting for years. You know, I moved from Tampa to here, so promoters, other businesses. Well, I used to run Lava Lounge. Y'all remember Lava Lounge?
That are from 1627.
That's not the point. That's not the point. She
Price.
asked a question. Don't be rude.
Sorry.
But what I'm saying is, I used to be a club owner as well, so
Right.
I have made a lot of mistakes. So, and you learn from them. You grow from them. I'm
So-
not perfect.
I just have a question for the promoters, and I'm just gonna kick it off because I would like to know, as a patron. I mean, I'm a patron coming from the north, coming down to the south,
Different vibes.
and at first when I got here, holy God, when I got here, I mean, it gave me New York Times 10.
In terms of
Everything, music, atmosphere, people dancing, people vibing. Nobody now look upon one another. Normally in New York clubs, you have the stush crew and them stand up and them look at them in the corner and the bad man them. But this was everybody vibing because this was Santa Fe time. This was MP3 time. And
Yeah.
me, I said, my mind
Yeah,
was
it's different back then.
blown.
Dancehall was in.
And then you run gone forward back.
Yeah,
and
man, me run gone back.
But me think we still there, so in terms of our dancehall scene. I think we graduate, which I hope we don't. And one thing, this one I hope we stay in this little bubble that we in terms of, down south and Miami wise, their big events and most of their events it's more about modeling over really partying. So if it's
Yes.
one good thing, we still really a party. We not reach a certain time, we change in that department.
But I'm saying what? Because I have seen the progression of
Diana,
down.
let it go a little bit.
Let it go.
Yeah, just
all right. Come,
yeah, yeah. Just making.
Sorry.
In my opinion, I
Helping
think
out
it's the
there.
promoter. So
Equipment.
you have different type of promoters, right? So
Okay.
different promoters do different type of events. So when we, like everybody here is dancehall. Wally do her upscale.
Right. Thank
she
you.
does upscale. She also does party vibes. So I think everybody here has the same lingo when it comes to
What do you think
want
is
to get out
causing
and-
it to come down from where
Well,
it was?
Somebody said New York is nowhere near Orlando's vibes.
Oh God! No, no. I mean,
We're not talking about the size.
we already know
like
that.
up north
That's a
is
dome.
We're not talking about the size.
New
She's
York
talking
vibe
about.
is
She's
just-
talking
it's just
about.
vibe.
She's talking about the vibe, like strictly dancehall. Like
She also said Santa Fe time.
yeah,
Exactly.
that was
you
back then.
heard my
That was the key
point,
point
right?
in that whole thing.
Thank
She
you.
didn't say last night. Nigga. She said Santa Fe.
Russell, Santa Fe
Before
was a
y'all
lot
make these
different.
comments, y'all better listen. I had Hennessy and I heard what she said.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
So
happened?
I think okay. So from my point of view, from being a strictly dancehall, like I was saying earlier, when I take out the mattress on the golf course coming inside, things have changed. That's our fun.
But
back
what
then.
happened?
So now it's like the icons.
Social media.
It's more of a different status. No, I would say
Nice.
a different status. I want to be formal. Now we're getting formal into dancehall.
So
things have
basically, they want to
changed.
be known. It's about.
I wouldn't say
who's
want to be known. It's more of a formal thing because some people want to do like Gucci and Prada type of event. You're not sweat out them type of clothes there.
No, you're not.
You
No,
see
you're
what I'm
not.
saying? You're gonna
No,
stand
you're
up and
not.
you're gonna look nice and you're gonna
Prim and
sway.
proper.
So it's different promoters bringing different things.
Thank you. Footwork. Okay, Bonnie.
I don't know if me agree because mother want to say in every dancehall scene you have persons who are just dancers and persons who are dancers are dieted about them craft and really love it. So in every genre or every party scene, this is the reason why I think you have dancing songs different from the other modeling songs then or flossing songs or money spending, money pull up type songs and so. Men I really feel like the whole dancing extinct, if that's the word. I feel like it's still a one. I feel like in every party, a dancing section is still there. And for those who love to dance, they're going to dance. But
Yes.
then again, and not everybody can dance and not everybody love dance. Yeah. So,
But
I mean...
let me cut you, but I really think it extinct still. Or just that, I think say, more thing coming to the dance hall than before. Like, money pull up for instance. Money pull up become a big part of dance hall more than anything
Do you
else.
think that's a problem, though?
Money pull up is a problem in a dance hall.
Thank you.
It is.
Have you ever done it?
Because I agree.
I don't think it's a problem. Only when the DJs. It depends.
Well, no. And to answer your question earlier about the music, the music has changed. If you listen to the beat, when people come out back in the 2010s, the music that was out then was more, you could hear it. John couldn't hear it, you just want to move. You just want, your body want to move. Instantly want to move. Now, when the beat drop,
It's slow
really,
down.
you get a dance song. Ding dong, I keep the dance
Yes,
and
he
lolly. One time it was Ding Dong, Elephant Man, Vice Meal, everybody.
Wow.
But the rhythms of dancehall has changed. So everything changed with that.
Okay.
So that's the problem.
And Mr. Footwork, what do you think?
What?
Because I know me and you have talked about this.
I'll be drunk though.
No, we were not drunk the last time at
I'll be-
Elixir.
Yeah, man.
If it's in
We
the
had a
club, I'll be talking.
conversation, and I asked Footwork at Elixir because this man will put on an event and give you atmosphere. Not a soul will turn up. But when it done, them say, "Whoa, what happened to that?" What do you think, sir?
So I agree with. No, but in a way like this, right? One, it is all up to the promoter, and I think whether it's hip hop, reggae, Afrobeat, Latin, whatever genre of music it is, people are paying for an experience, right? So if we're no matter what we're putting, for example, if the goddamn flyer says it's a day party and that month start at 4:00 till 10:00,
They're not coming out.
and they're expecting the experience, you got to understand there's a group of people that really follow what you promote, right? So we, as a genre, have a history of putting stuff on flyers and just that shit don't matter when the day come. You feel me? Where I put it like this. Fire Fridays, right?
Yes.
If Nasheen's still online, it'll
Somebody
go like this.
calling.
Nasheen, you still here?
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah, somebody calling. Pillow Talk, you live.
Oh, really? People call? Oh, shit. What's up?
I'm not doing this with you.
You're live.
Oh, but I got something to say about...
Hold on, let's hear the caller.
They call whoever you call, just shout back. Call
The
again.
show gonna run beyond 11 o'clock tonight.
I mean,
No, because
We not done know yet.
yeah, you not send the thing them yet. You know what? Me say you have sent it to this phone. I'm gonna tell you. Anyways, here the questions we have from the people. Them. The first topic that I had from the people was, and everybody we're just gonna answer, and you just listen to what they said to me. One question was value for their money. So they're looking at the flyers and they read the flyers and they see whoever on the flyers, whoever you have. Mm-hmm. You put a price on it, and they're thinking sometimes that everybody has basically used as much as they can. And one time it was $20, now it gone to $40, sometimes it's $50, sometimes $60. And they don't believe they're getting their value for their money anymore.
Yo, okay, boom. I got a question. I got a question on that question.
All right.
And I've seen this in a lot of parties too. So there is parties like I personally in the last 15 years I've done a party. I don't think personally I've charged more than $40 for a show, bro. And this is concert and all. So when I see $50, $60 for a general event, my thing is, okay, a concert, it doesn't even matter the artist. Because I can still charge $40 and you can still charge $60, but if you provide a better experience than my show, then it's worth it. So a lot of times, I think that's the problem. So if it's $60, what are people paying $60 for? And I'm pretty sure that's the question, right? So
that is the question.
That's the question. I'm a promoter and I know that. All right,
I'm not going
so
to $60.
I'm asking the same question, and I think that really messes up people coming out because automatically they already put a stamp on you if they assume you're a promoter that overcharges and you don't provide. And I think that's a lot of what your team is. For example, all right, you can have a bunch of, let's say, local stars. They're not regular DJs, they're local stars. You know what I mean? Entertainers, boom, boom. If your group of people, say she book an event and she only use Orlando Entertainment, to me, it's always up to the promoter to tell their team how they want their party to go. If you book the show and you just let them ride out, then however the night play out is however the night. So that experience that them people paid for, you leave it in everybody's hands. You know what I'm saying? Because the promotion is not just how much I made at the door. Is the DJ going to play? Is the bar doing good? Blah,
So you're
blah,
not
blah,
worrying about the money.
You're worrying
about
if
your
you ever
guest
if you ever see me,
experience.
no matter where I got, I'm in
Yes.
one corner in one spot because that's all
Yes.
that really matters. Because I want to see what everybody's going to bitch about because that's what really matters.
Right.
I don't care who's happy because, yo, the club, listen, I'm being honest.
Yep.
The club is where depressed people really come, if you think about it.
Where the what?
I want to shake off my stress. I want to get my sad
More sad people come out than happy people.
Ain't lying.
Because if they have their last dollar, bro, what they
Bro,
gonna
I'm
do?
spending.
I don't care. I'm going to the club. I can't afford rent tonight. Fuck it, I'm going to the club. Whatever.
I'm
telling
going to
you.
go buy me a drink.
So even on their last experience, don't you want to? Your job is to low key take advantage of that. So how are you gonna make their last dollar worth it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give them a ride.
So
I
there's
want
a lot that
All right,
goes
so-
on to that.
So we have to make sure we get
you.
you.
Make $60, $20 worth it to everybody because that could be their last $60, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they got dressed up. I'm talking about they got $300. They know your party's $50. They're gonna buy a $50 outfit.
Jeez.
They're gonna pay the tickets to get in. It might be me and a girl, and you don't want to look stupid.
Right.
Buy her $50 ticket. $150, $200 in right
In
now.
the hole.
You ain't even get to the club yet, and then now you know you can't stand there with your girl and
Not get a drink? Come on, friend.
$300.
Preach.
How much your party cost to get it?
he said $40.
40 bucks. That's
So
$80 for two people.
Hold on, but,
I have
but
something to
listen,
say. While I go
how
first.
do we
But it
determine?
matters, bro.
How we determine? So, for example, a party that costs $40 or $50 to get in. What type of an event would you think, or what type of like the value for the money situation we're talking about? What an event that you'd comfortably pay $50 to get in and have no problem.
Purge.
What would they have to provide?
It
for you?
can't. It
Say
can't
what?
be a local DJ though. It needs to be somebody
Right, it'll
flying
be a
in.
purge.
So
it'll
you're
be a
saying
whole-
It needs to be somebody
you're
flying
saying an
in.
event that's flying
Watch
in
this now.
somebody.
You see how she just said that?
As a
Maya?
promoter,
It
that's
can't
how I
be-
feel.
That's how you feel living here.
Yes.
But see,
So
what I- yes.
basically, to charge $50, some of the things.
Hold on.
Another question.
One voice. Let's
Yeah, we got a
continue.
few
Remember, I'm on
questions
both
for you
sides.
guys.
Remember, I'm on both sides.
Make with this.
You're saying that basically For you to comfortably pay $50 and feel it's worth it, they have to have, for example, somebody flying in, where you know, say, all right, that is an extra expense outside of just local DJs. Like what again?
Because at the end of the day, remember.
We talking
to each other.
We're not trying to validate what a promoter have. We're just saying questions.
No, I'm answering the question. I'm answering the question.
You pay $50 going and down ball, one for one. Somebody throw out there and say, you have to see so you're carrying an outer town, and we know, say, all right, your bill a little bit more expensive. An outer town select and whatever.
It's a time frame.
It's a time frame. It's a time frame.
It's a time frame. Listen to your time frame, bro. If you book a venue, let's say you open from 10 to 4 in the morning, right? Flat out, that's your general time. Dancehall is not what it was 99 in the 90s, even 2000. So that means if I pay $50 for your party, I don't care who's playing music. It got to be entertaining. I need to be entertaining. No, just entertaining. I don't care if there's 10 people in here. I need you to entertain me as much, or I need to be entertaining stuff to do in the party for the time. Because if I get bored listening to him, whoever's playing, him or she, because there's women DJs out there, then I need to go be able to do something else. And drinking is not the other option. That's my point. We live
drinking is another spin.
That's a sport. Reality, drinking is a sport.
Go ahead,
it's
Diva.
a contest.
Afford it?
Go ahead,
or
Diva.
not?
So this is why I'm saying this. It's not something that I'm coming up with myself. I have people that see a flyer and they're regular patrons. Why am I paying $40? Who's flying in is also in regarding to the entertainment. So if we have DJs that we see on a regular that are good DJs and we're paying $20 on a good night.
Right.
Right? Just hear me out.
Okay.
On a night that is $20. Downtown sometimes it's $20, $30. We're used to that in Orlando. But if I'm paying $40, $50, and $60, they are telling me they want to see somebody flying in. Get what I'm trying to say? It has to be someone flying in because guess what? Not knocking the DJs here is bringing a different experience. And not me if I'm wrong. If that promoter brings that out-of-town DJ, don't the DJs then play different when that out-of-town DJ come here?
Yeah, they do.
Do that.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
Do they not play differently? Because guess what?
It should be, but
It shouldn't be, but it happens.
if you're hearing something new than what you hear every night, of course it's going to be a difference. That doesn't mean them connect every night.
Exactly.
But
That's
they're supposed to, and that is the intention when a promoter reach out for them.
Yeah.
If them feel upon the night for deliver the way they're supposed to, then that kind of depend them. But then the expenses already there because whether them come and it play good or not, if them fee was $1,500, it's still $1,500.
I think too in Orlando as far as I love my DJs out here, right? I'll make this comment whether you don't like it or not.
Praise Jesus, because I'm about to do
it's a
it too.
comment. I
dropping bombs tonight.
think Orlando, this is a respect comment. I think Orlando DJs have not learned to own their star status, which makes it hard for promoters to promote events using local DJs when you know they dope DJs, but sometimes people are not convinced anymore, especially when you're constantly using them for your events and charging the price, the local price, because you think because it's a theme or an idea, that's what people are paying for. And people are not paying for the idea, and then they expect now they're over the localness, so they want somebody to come in for the price now. Because back then, the $20 did work, the $30 did work for whatever. But it doesn't work like that because people do have more money to spend, but now they know what they're spending their fucking money on.
All right,
they're very coherent now.
That's a good point.
So they're going to ask a question.
We can move on so we get through some of the questions.
We're gonna pass
We're
it
not
back,
done
right?
tonight. We're not done
You know, say.
I will start late. We start late.
We have a next reasoning of value to money now. They're also saying that the events are starting at a time where they're not comfortable attending these events.
I don't live in that environment, so I can't know confirm or deny.
So that's another value to their money. They're saying that if you kept a day event, they would probably attend, but because the timing of what the promoter says on the flyer to what is actually presented to them, they then believe they're shorted because the value to their money. They didn't expect to stay so long. They didn't want to stay so long, and then they are then kidnapped into this scenario where they have to stay now. to be entertained later on down the line when they were trying to be, just be there on time?
I think you gotta kind of be, you gotta, being a promoter is so much about your, I guess, what is the word? Like your legacy, your reputation, right? So if you have a reputation to having a late crowd, don't do a fucking day party. Don't put it on the flyer because you just want to try it out thinking that, you know what, knowing that your crowd is not, because the venue said you got it all day. I can do what you want. So he's like, all right, I'm going to run it all day. But there's people that do really want to go to a day party, bro.
Right.
Like, like when it's light outside and they want to,
I was told that people enjoy it. But
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so to piggyback off of what he's saying, it's true. I do night dances, right? I might want to try a day party, right? So in my mind, I have to network and promote to a different crowd because I already know I'm going to have a later crowd. So you have to use your mind and say, okay, I want to have a day party. Who am I going to network with? Where am I going to go? Who am I going to connect with? Who I'm going to connect with?
No.
Who I'm going to connect with to get an earlier crowd out? So I understand what you're saying, and it's true to what you're saying. But if I am a promoter, which is Diva D, if I want to do a day party, I'm not gonna worry about my night crew because I already know they're coming at night. I'm going to go out there and network to a earlier settings, right? I might go out and promote. I might try to, go to another day event. Say I'm keeping this event. However, my name is like
Night
you said,
event.
it's a reputation that you build for yourself, right? But at the same time, you can still change that reputation in how you promote yourself and who you network with.
Wally,
Okay,
what you say about that?
All right, my feel so we're supposed to be talking more of how the solutions are going to come.
Make. Yeah.
When it comes on to
Well, just
our
mention-
parties,
Okay.
we have night party, we have day parties. Most day parties says 4 to 10. It has to be a collection effort to change it because what is now happening is that 4 to 10 events, persons are really coming out at 10. In reality, the human body, we really don't need more than 4 hours worth of party.
Right.
4 hours worth of party is pushing it. So really 3 hours really enough. You can't really party for 6 hours. It's only so much liquor you can drink. It's only so much dance you can dance.
You're tired.
It's too much. So what is happening now is that when an event says 4 to 10, few might start coming 9:30. What is happening is that it's supposed to go to 10, which is what the flyer advertise. But if you are at an event, everybody wants the change, but if you have an event yesterday 4 to 10, and you as the promoter the day and look, yes, it's 9:30 or 10 people come. As long as the venue allow you to go later, right away now you go shoot out and I say, we're going till 12, we're going till 1, we're going till 3. Sunday night gone was a perfect example. Beautiful event. We as a community definitely have to understand worse at downtown. The last couple events when we go downtown, it's a 4 to 10, but it ended 12 on the dot. That was good. The 12 o'clock not really bad. So me feel so we should have did kind of stay in the what?
Another bucket there.
Stay in the bracket there to a sense, but then now when you're a promoter and when you look now on 10 o'clock, it's only 35 people here because you don't want to lose, in which me understand. You gotta push it and say, all right, later. Last night, I was there about 10 minutes after 9 because me thinking of myself, all right, last 3 of these type of dancehall event when I go downtown, them say end 10 but it end 12, so me think 9 was good because 3 hour water party is enough for me. But then now when me go 9, nobody not the pan deck yet other than the work of them. So me hoping it. You understand? So there and then now, by who start chuckling come after 10 up until 11 as a promoter, what you gonna do? So by 11 o'clock and them where they ram up, where who are come out, they buy this, But then now, when me see you reach somewhere, I link a promoter and say, me feel say, what time it go till? And I say 3, that's me I say, all right. This year, so now I nip it in the board.
You did put up that post.
1:30. 1:30 good, yes, so now if you make them realize, yeah, right, you can't stretch till 3 o'clock. That the venue, they know if nobody else go get you again. Anybody were there the last night, I go say, oh, at 1 o'clock, me I come now. Because it a go till 3. So there and then as somebody have to take the initiative. If you know, say, all right, we are stopped. You understand? I get it. 4 to 10 in the summer when it all hot and outside. Ain't nobody going 4, ain't nobody going 5, ain't nobody going 6. People go wait till the sun drop. So me feel say 8:30 when it get dark, people should have en route and ready for go, but we are getting worse and worse and worse. There was a time when me elaborated on it and stressed on it and coming out early, go on for a little bit, but then after a while it falls off. But that no make me lose hope or feel like say it cannot be done. It just shows that certain things you have to be ongoing with it. You can't just do it one time and leave it alone and expect say change will come. We have to be consistent. Some people also feel like say, all right, change can't come. When me hear that, me feel defeated because me have to look upon it and say, if the people were in a slavery, did I feel the same right now? Would I still in a slavery? Because somebody them in a slavery would I say, no, we can't get to it. You can't change that. This is how it was a be. So
that's true.
But as some slave, when they were saying, despite it look like impossible, we are going to rebel and we are going to get out of it. Ends with the years so today. The same thing again with black and white, and we having equal justice in America. Yeah. So now one at a time, you know, we never have certain privilege. But I press the whatever Tubman, what's your name?
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman and the couple and the other rest will definitely fight for no saying we'll live here, but we're going to have equal. But while
they did put it up though.
Equal things
right,
here,
so
which is why it works. So you have to have a combinations of persons who believe that change can come and work on it because change can come in whatever it is.
Famous, what you say?
And to piggyback off of it, Wally just said a while ago. Last night, I did a dance. See everything was going on.
Please talk in the talkaphone.
I see everything was going on. To be honest with you, I feel a pain. That's my pain too. I also feel a promoter pain. Reason why I'm feeling pain, that even the lack of a dance at 1:30, you know, say you would have the money.
If we pay, still lose 1, 2 grand, lose 1 money. This so I just change it.
And then again, my next thing is the change can.
Hold on.
Hello?
It's not connecting.
All right, so dancehall and all. That stigma follow dancehall from the beginning of time until now. I remember dancing lock off 7 o'clock a morning. And we still, the mentality is still in a way as Jamaican, because Jamaican dancehall surround Jamaica. No matter what we want to take it, how they don't want to take it, you know. A Jamaican is surround. So when you see people show up them time there.
You're live.
Come on, get things together.
But what I was trying to say is, Wally did put up that, and she said we need to do better at Orlando because we're coming out later and later and later.
So it's many weekends.
Yeah. We see the soca people them do it. Them come out early. Them party, and the party done when it's supposed to done. Them come out early, place ram from early. Why can't dancehall do it?
But a lot of the patrons in the chat have been saying basically the same thing. Caribbean people are spoiled.
Not
the
just
event,
Caribbean people, Jamaican people.
West Indian them say
no, Jamaican,
is spoiled.
No, dancehall we're talking
Hold on. This is just the comments from the gallery, right?
But me a character. We are the stiff-necked people, I'm not the thing.
Correct.
We feel for come out early and support the owner.
Listen to this though. It's not the 100% what she said. It's not the people staying late and the party going on late. The problem is the party not starting when it's supposed to start.
No,
the party.
No. I'm gonna give you an answer. I swear, because a lot of people. There's people that complain. The people that really complain are complaining that when they do show up at 4, they're still setting up. There's nothing going on. So 5 o'clock. They paid for a $50 event that hasn't even started yet. There's no
that's
music.
what a lot of people are saying in the chat.
So you're gonna. So now, as a promoter, you're gonna demand that you want to stay longer. That's not their fault.
We
that
have
you
one
gotta
person
get
that said
situated.
that, like
You get what I'm
we
saying?
had
There's
to
a
wait
whole-
in our car
Bro, I'm telling
until
you,
a few more
it's not
minutes.
about, yeah, we hope that, yo,
Why are
if you got an
patrons
event
waiting
and
in
they
their
run till 10
cars?
o'clock and then people stay till 12, that's the blessing. You feel me? Like, you want your stuff to stay open till late. You know what venue you're booking. You know what they're giving you, period. So at the end of the day, it's still, does it start on time? Because that's what you really need. Because there's people that do show up. Soca. They come on time because it's open on time, ready to go. The experience is ready to go
When I
on
worked
time.
the last soccer event, they said be
Fix
there
up
at
your
8
phone.
o'clock.
Fix up your phone.
At 8 o'clock.
But the difference
They was on time. They were ready to go. Yeah, they were ready.
You can't show up at 4 o'clock and
They were ready.
their speaker still trying to get put up.
Yo.
There's not even equipment on stage. There's not even a door person. There's no security. There's nothing.
The difference is with those other Caribbean parties versus like a Jamaican party or whatever. The difference is that those parties, when you go to them and they say they end at 12 or they end at 2, they end at 12 and they end at 2. They don't care who just came, who just spend their money.
When
None
it
of that
done,
matters.
when it done,
but
it done.
in the Jamaican
Better talk
parties,
your
you
life.
push the time because nobody really wants to take that loss if, like you say, people are
Yeah.
coming towards the end.
Especially when you pay a lot for the venue.
I'm gonna
tell you my
Yeah, call
experience.
him. We're gonna reset the phone number, cause
My
we don't know
experience, I'm gonna tell you.
So hold on, because we're gonna stuck on one subject too long, and we need to
Go ahead,
run
next
through
subject.
that.
But we
But
can't
wait,
start late and not worry about the
Hold on,
left
hold on,
because
Wally.
we work all night.
Wally.
She's like, I sleep
Wally.
anymore.
Hold on,
Understand? Hold on.
Same thing when I start about the late start and
We're not done
Hold on,
11
hold on.
o'clock tonight.
I see.
Right. But
The issue,
hold on.
hold on. The question was the value for money. They just mentioned the length of the time was not giving them the value for money because of the late starting, right? So we already went through that, right? The next idea of that is that the entertainment is not up to what they think that they're paying for, which we already spoke about that. We spoke about that.
Partially.
A person said maybe they need to fly more DJs in, maybe they need to get better environment.
But it
And I have to
depends on the
disagree with
venue.
that.
I don't care for that.
Where we keeping it at? Downtown?
We have a lot of DJs in Orlando to
No,
supply.
I'm only saying what the people have been texting and saying, right? Another idea they're saying is that there's too many DJs or too much entertainment on the flyers,
True.
and the DJ itself are not able to give them that entertainment because they don't have enough time to do that. They feel that the DJ may not have enough time to do that because I paid. Let's say, for instance, we bring Matron will be here this weekend, so we can use that as an example. If Matron is only playing half an hour, and I paid $50 to get in, did I get my value for my money?
Matron is not playing for more than 30
Well,
minutes.
no, we're
Well,
asking
no,
that
but when it
question.
comes
You
down
gotta-
to
you
that,
gotta
this
tell
is
the DJ
the
to
problem.
move.
Like, for example, me feel say everybody way go out and a dancehall supporters, we supposed to know, just the same way me know, everybody we go out every weekend supposed to know. Depends on your venue.
Better
I
talk
know,
your
right?
life.
It depends on the venue. Everybody's supposed
Yes.
to know what time every venue run
gonna close.
until. So, like for example, now Genesis Event Center. If they're supposed to close like 3:30, I wanna still now walls until 2, and then now 12 o'clock. Nobody not there. And the DJ we play up front of you, warm up this, that, and that. Then now when it trickle down and it reach till 2 o'clock, you still have at least 2 local to play plus your main act. So there and then as so comes now the main act now only I get a little bit of time. But that all comes down to again to how you structure your event.
Amen.
Me very observant when me go an event because I love it to every little nitty gritty it. So me fast observe everything. When it comes on to, for example, Indulge was an event that I went to the other night, which was Mario event. He had about 4 DJ, including Steely Bashment, which was his out-of-town guest. Sometime out-of-town guests come in and told the time short at one time, then get to play. As a promoter, again, it depends on how you structure your thing, because him structure him thing where every sound man where work on the dance after they by a certain time. So when he lay out his schedule, Steely Bashment, which is the headliner, film round never just left till the last 30 minutes of the night. Him have to play at 10:30. somebody play 11 o'clock, somebody play 12, you find say a 2-3 time I have to play for him money.
Yeah.
You understand? But comes down to again that everybody wants to be a promoter. I said I'm a promoter, there's a lot behind the scenes other than
Agreed.
me go a party a lot and me can come up with the money for pay for your club and me can pay 2 selectors so me go have an event.
Agreed.
It goes way beyond that. When you know what you do now, your thing will come out and look more better. You understand? There was a schedule. When me go there, me go see Steely Bashment and me
gotta run it like a business.
And him,
Yes,
and
just a
him
party.
did winding
Yes.
up. I have to play from early and play 2-3 times because
Wally,
I
Wally.
play 2,000.
Wally, we understand that. The question is not that situation, it's just overall they're saying. If he ran it the right way, perfect, great for him. But we're saying overall, the promoter them is not, they're not organized. They're
That's
not there at the venue on time. The setup is never there, ready to go. Let's lock off that for right now.
All right, so
Why?
check me out.
That's why.
It does not work right
Listen,
now.
that's
Go
why.
ahead,
That's
go
why.
ahead,
That's
go ahead.
why I said in the beginning,
Right.
because you don't want it to overrun, right? That's why I said you have to know what event you're going to. You have to know what type of promoter you're dealing with. Just like Wally said, everybody's a promoter now. But what is the infrastructure? What is the time frame? If I give you a schedule and you want to come late, you have now lost that time.
No,
I'm talking about me as a promoter.
we are speaking on the Patreon side.
But she a
But
response.
I'm
Yeah.
responding to
Right.
him.
Okay,
He's
my bad. Okay,
saying,
yeah.
he's saying like the other promoters, like they have gone, they have waited, they get there at 4 o'clock, the song just are reeling.
I agree.
I said, and I'm answering him, and I'm saying to him as a promoter and a person that's on the outside, when I go to other people's event, you have to know what event you're going to, what promoter
So
you're
you're
dealing
saying
with.
that I need to look on the flyers and say, boy, I'll give you an example. A Wally dance,
Gotta be
Wally now
careful
start
with
till
that,
3 o'clock. So me now go out till 3 o'clock.
If a person's
Is that
out
what
of
we're
town,
saying?
They don't know where they're going, and they
Right.
just calling information on a number. They don't care. They just want somewhere to go, so they expect what they read on the flyer to
But-
be that because they don't know nothing.
Talking,
so
I talk
imagine
a phone
from out
call.
of town.
And that's true,
They see
Chalice.
your flyer, and then you get a group of 20 people. We don't know we saw your flyer, but we heard it's popping because you do it all the time.
Up at 6.
And they show it 6 o'clock. Your flyer says 6. Ain't shit popping.
A lot of people I have
goes, 'cause
seen.
They're gonna take that home with them.
Right.
I understand what you're saying.
Experience, and
Yes.
I
And if you
understand what
do
you're
they
saying.
come 6 o'clock, no care how a man a tell you say it soon pop and it soon start. If you there 6 and linger till 8 and nobody no come with it.
You're going home. You're going
So
home.
Tia, go on with the next question.
I mean, they practically been asking their own
No, the
questions.
next
They
question
wanna
was
do
in Central
everything, but-
Florida,
so
patrons-
What Wally was saying earlier, a lot of people have been kind of saying something along that lines, but kind of like the reverse. So it says in Central Florida, patrons have seen a rise in party pricing, which is what we're talking about. Y'all started at 50, but a lot of people that we were talking to and trying to get information from started even lower than that. So they said round robins are now $20 versus the $10 that they used to be back in the days, like early 2000s to now.
But we
there's a
think
can't.
so we still can't talk about early
can't.
2000 because
No, I know. but let
everything
me-
raised with 20 years in.
Inflation.
Come on.
Right.
Which is killing everybody.
Liquor has gone up.
Okay.
If you want to,
So, that
But they're saying-
as a
Yeah, because they're saying from round robins to regular parties and stuff like that, like, what is the incentive for people to want to pay more when they're already complaining about the venues, the
like, for
quality
example,
of
if
party
a
that they
regular
have
party,
when they
if
go
a regular
out?
party that I do tomorrow is $30,
Right.
right? And tomorrow I got
Tomorrow
I got a party that I'm bringing Monterey. I'm charging
It's gonna be more
$10
money.
more.
Right.
Only $10 more than my
I think
local
the-
thing.
But y'all
People
were
act-
saying that bringing somebody kind of justifies paying a
Yeah,
little bit
that's
more.
what-
Okay,
It
so you wanna
justifies
talk
it,
about-
but
you
as
wanna
a
talk about
promoter,
not
does it help
bringing
your
somebody?
pocket?
They're talking about regular parties. They're
It
talking
kinda-
about
Okay,
regular
so listen, now I'm going to answer that. And then they can also piggyback off of that as well. But things have changed. Liquor has gone up. I used to keep a party and liquor was like $5. We can't do that anymore. Liquor has gone up. So when it comes to that, we're keeping the events. Sometimes sometimes I keep events because it's just for the love of it. Other people keep events because they're trying to make money and do certain things. So you have to take in consideration what you're bringing in and what is going out. Liquor has gone up.
Okay.
Hennessy used to be
Right.
Hennessy used to be 25.
Change.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
When people forward into your events, what is the price?
I cater, well, number one, I cater to women first. So I have the ability That's the difference. I have the ability to offer free at a certain point. And if I offer free, I'm offering it to women. I don't offer dudes free shit. That's irrelevant. I would never give a guy something for free when you're a dude. So, you know what I'm saying? We move on for that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at the most, wait, the most I charge for parties is $20. That's Friday. And that's after midnight. And that's because...
Facts.
All right, so what time does the parties?
Can we go a little bit later than 11 tonight? We started late.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. So your party starts 10 and it's going to finish at what time?
And I'm at 2:30. So, okay, so that was my original thing. So my first, Fire Fridays, right? If you listen, that's what I'm saying. If not, Sheena's listening. Fire Fridays originally started because of Fire Mondays, right? That was in Miami a long-ass time ago. So I wanted to do a party. So I did my first party, which was a Fire Fridays party, but I teamed up with Nasheen to do it originally. When we first did it, the party got shut down at Biltmore. We had a lot of people our first night. It got shut down because they called on us. From that day, this is a personal thing, and I only bring this up for a specific reason. I put too much into a party to not know what the fuck's gonna happen at the end of the night. Meaning, I don't need somebody calling and shutting me down because. So from then, I decided I wasn't gonna use specific venues to do parties. That's why I changed how I do parties. So people look at it different, like, oh, I don't deal with a certain group of people no more. Nah, bro. It's not. It has nothing to do with that. It's, man, if I'm spending my money, bro, in the night, for me, I have a schedule. My schedule is from 10 to 3. I know what I can do from 10 to 3, and that's my life. And I do that every day for like the last 15 years.
And that's what I'm saying. It goes back with the
I don't know another promoter that's done more parties than me. And I say that in a sense where from the last 15 years, I party every day, bro. I got 4 parties a week at clubs where I know what I'm doing because I'm dealing with a club. I don't want to spend $2,500, $2,000 every month, every week to book a venue, hoping I make money from the bar, bringing somebody else. Nah, man, I need to work with the club because they're gonna help me do that, and I'm gonna help them do that, and I'm gonna walk off.
So
that's why I said,
fuck out of there because that's how I learned how to do my 9 to 5.
Do you think that would be profitable for other
Listen,
promoters?
no. Listen.
Everybody
Everybody don't move the same. I'm saying I moved based off the opportunities that was presented to me as it came. So I made a decision as I moved along. My stuff got shut down. I wasn't gonna keep doing that. I'm not a dude that sits there and I got like $10,000 in my bank every 10. You know what I'm saying? Like all the time. So I'm not ready to lose money every day, bro. You feel me?
Gotcha.
All I can do is find a way to continue to build. Like, bro, this is my 9 to 5. Like as I leave here, I got a party.
Right.
You feel me? Like, you know
Dana,
what I'm saying?
let's speak, Dana.
Okay, so we have a question from the gallery. What about the safety of the events or the lack thereof? What can the promoter do to ensure the safety of party? Because my only complaint
answer that.
complaint about the door price is that I have to come late. So a lot of this is a Patreon.
No, I guess you're saying that she comes later.
That
has nothing to do with safety, though.
No. She's just
The later you
saying.
forward.
She's just saying, knowing that and knowing what you're paying, and then you go inside and something happens, outside or there, because I think what the crime and stuff that's going on in the party scene to a lot of people is what scares them too.
Correct.
Knowing
They
that
have a
spending
fear.
this
But I
amount
think-
of money,
I think-
there's
I
that
think-
to happen.
I think
I think-
everybody should enter that into
What I really think,
Go ahead,
though,
20.
what I really think, though, promoters
Thank you,
and
Tally.
the club owners should work hand in hand when it comes to security. That's where it stopped right there. Not more to say.
So you're saying that you rent the venue,
Yeah.
but you're thinking that the venue owner and the promoters
should
need to work together.
Yes, because crime don't up inside the club, outside the club too. Car get broken, people things get missing. My car get broken on a Genesis before. Other people car get broken.
All right, let me
You feel
see.
me?
This is what me
Okay.
have to say on that. I don't think we are plagued or have enough incidents for it to make the security become an issue because it is way on a portion of time something happen where you can say, all right, security fail or something. We not experience no whole heap of things where happen where you can say, all right, security really have to do better and stuff like that. When I experience how often we have some major incidents. Then, in regards to the car, the man we might broke in here, there, and there. I'm glad you mentioned which part your car broke in because some people that think, say, all right, around a Dave alone, out a Blossom alone, out
Right,
of
it's
that.
everywhere.
downtown.
It's
everywhere. Downtown.
It's everywhere.
So with that, now again, there's not much security can do. Because when I get to understand when you hire some security if you come in your place are really in the building, their response for the gate, them can really, many for that they don't
For the
like
outside.
now where they say for really be outside, a patrol parking lots of there, and then we have to know so that is something we can't many way. You can't go to Brava supermarket and then broke in your car too. Anyway, so I don't think we have no major security issue.
But why I say that the club owner and the promoter should work and then when it come to that, them can have a police present out there because it used to happen. Out of their club.
We barely
But
fight.
all I'm saying is,
hold on now.
oh, sorry.
Run out there, sir. Couple weeks ago, I out there put out some flyers. I see a car glass leak out. I'm going to the club. I say, yo, a car glass get leak out, you know. Guess how far car it was? A Ricky sample.
Oh, wow.
But guess what the big thing? Police within the parking lot.
So when police in a parking lot, if a good 500, 700 car in a parking lot, police can park the sun.
But all them in the parking lot, them just sit down on station one place, one little car, them still
So where
But this is deterring
no, if you have police out there,
your
them need for a
guests.
circle. Them need for a circle in the parking
But
lot.
this is what's deterring the guests. This is what's turning guests that would have come out to events away because they're like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah, but what they're saying is, hold on. What they're saying is it can happen anywhere. We have no control over that. So at the end of the day, if you go to Bravo, like she said, or grocery store,
Family Dollar, somebody pull up to visit me. I say, you know, I have no beers here. I'm saying, all right, let me run to the store real quick. They were parked up behind me, so I was just drive my car, man. Buy me drive and go a Family Dollar and buy the beer and me come out, but me not see the car. Me have to wipe out
Wally.
I want the, if you wipe out me, I want the me I say good. Because the man Benz wasn't out there.
yeah, people watch. It don't matter where you are now.
I understand that when me come out the back, the man vehicle wasn't out there. It's a good thing. Says a man when I'm frightened when me have shut up myself, excuse me, and call him. I say, well, come with the Heineken, the man and bother with it. Because what you gonna do again? We just call the police. Days after the car was found, the car was packed with liquor. When the car was stolen, and when the car was found, maybe 4 days after, because a person see a car park up near the yard way, whatever and call. When police will go for the car full of the liquor, them same way, not take out of it. So it's just Randy that drew. A man just had a little walk to do and said, hey, I'm going to get myself a ride.
This
Footwork. Answer the question fast. Give us your point from a promoter side now.
When it comes to security, it's real simple. Whoever's in charge of security, whether you're the promoter or the club owner, you spend just as much money on security as you do in your entertainment. That's way more important because at the end of the day, you want your party to happen.
Yes.
Something happens because there's a small fight. I'm not even talking about violence of a gun or blah, blah, blah. It could be, more fights are women in the club fighting than dudes.
And
all right, I've been in the
Chalice
club. Women
did say
get down more than dudes in the club. When it's time
in the bathroom.
Okay, so if security can't even break up a women fight,
right,
because it can escalate into dudes getting involved and blah, blah, blah. If you can't handle that, bro, then it can turn into something. But I say, bro, security is very, very important.
All right.
Just as much as the bar, just as much as all that stuff. So I care more about.
Can I say something?
No, Tia.
But also, the police in the parking lot. Everybody got a different job, so you know. And I don't agree with a lot of it. You feel me? So I'm not saying this because I agree with it. I'm just telling you what they do. Them people sitting in the parking lot, they're just sitting in the parking lot. They're not paid to do nothing else but wait till something happened and then they ready to move. But also, there's supposed to be another investment of off-duty that circles, which there wasn't. And that's why you get a lot of that. So if you don't have somebody, because there's parties where back in the days, a lot more back in the days than nowadays, and I do notice.
I know.
Remember back in even Santa Fe days,
Man,
there was
Right.
always somebody in the parking lot. Bro. You can't just not. You know what I mean? There's somebody everywhere out there, bro.
But not really. You don't really see that now.
No, it's
and
very
if
relaxed.
you do see somebody working a parking lot, they're marked to their positions to be somewhere else in the club or something,
not the same.
and they probably circle around every hour or two or whatever. But the thing is that I have to agree with you, Footwork. I feel like we can't really make not really an excuse, but we can't really say that it can happen everywhere because it can happen everywhere. But within the dancehall community alone, I've witnessed numerous shootings, a stabbing.
Too many to
my
count.
car got broken into twice. Taya was a lot of things have happened at a dancehall party trying to enjoy myself. So that's not to say that I'm like, I'm never going to a dancehall party anymore or a reggae party or whatever anymore.
True.
But it's to say that people often rob and steal where there's a congregation of cars. So yes, it can happen at Bravo because it's a congregation of cars, but it can also very likely happen at a club too. So when it comes to
downtown.
Security, instead of just having
Right.
two
They
at
can
the
have
door
an
and
eye
one
drive.
circling around, I feel like security also needs to put an all-around package together for people that are, that for security companies that cater to these type of parties and these type of events and say, okay, well, this is how many people we require for that type of event. This is going to be the cost. But a lot of times we try to be like, well, what we can get for this or what? Yeah, so
And there's a lot of
And it's
stuff
too
going
much
on.
cut
You know what?
costs. We need to
Right.
stop
there's
that in the
there's
party
There's a
scene.
lot of things. At the end of the day, you're gonna provide a price for a job. Give the value for what you're providing. Give the value for what you're providing to. For example, security.
We just said value for
It's
money.
not just about
Right.
putting on a shirt
did say
and
that.
standing at the front and be like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Diva,
It's
go
not-
ahead.
It's so much more to that. Like provide everything. You know what I
I'm
mean?
done. I
Let
can't.
Diva answer. Give her answer.
Get ready to.
No,
Glasses
you-
fogging up, ready to answer.
We can go to the next question.
We can move on.
Oh, okay.
a lot of people. So we
All right.
You
So
don't like
here's
to
another.
go to the
Here's
next
another
question because the man said he's running low on time. What's the next
so here's another question now, and I think this is one of the greatest questions
I'm
of
not
all.
talking about nothing yet, you know.
All right.
Right.
So one of the
Go down
questions
tonight.
that patron, and this was repeated over and over, they are seeing multiple events on one night. The event that they might want to attend is over here, but maybe the entertainment is over here. Maybe the artist is over there. So at the end of the day, they're not sure where to go.
So they spread
I
thin.
know it's more, I'm just going to support rather than go to be entertained. So I go, boy, I'm a bridge, I go support theme show.
That's
But
what
I would
I
rather
move.
go see
That's how I move.
Shensi or whatever. You understand? I would rather go over there, so, but too, I'm a bridge over there, so I go support theme thing now. So me not go enjoy myself because I just somebody really want to go, but two parties upon the same day. What am I for do? What am I for deal with?
All right, here's my take on that. I'm gonna give me about 3 minutes on this.
All right.
Jaja, 3 minutes.
What is happening now, as we have to admit things and time change. A lot of you guys, like Diva D mentioned about 15 years in, footwork is literally American by this point. You're literally an American at this point. So is Anwar, so is maybe even him. So me I talk about since the time frame when me really are in the dance hall here is running about 6 to 7 years. Up and me start coming out for the past 7 years because a 6 year now me have event. I was going out there somewhat a little bit before, but before I became popular somewhat, I was just like a little fly on the wall out there. Nobody knew me. I had no friends because me never come in at America and come in a family where I go dance hall and do stuff like that. So it took a long while before I went out there in it. Based on my observation and the changes, for example, 7-8 years ago was like 2014. So from 2014 coming up now to 2022, there's a lot has changed in the past 2 years. For example, from 2014 to 2019, it was pretty much like a set of promoters, like a certain number of promoters, where for the 52 weeks per year, it would have been those promoters who, it was like those promoters who was having annual event. When you have an event over more than 1 year, for you reach a year 2, year 3, your event now become an annual event. So people from them, the time they have annual event and even way before, changes come sometimes changes works out for the best, sometimes it don't. But we have to analyze the changes come. So what is happening, what me observe happen for the past 2 years, would say like when Corona come in, 2020?
Yes.
Maybe about between 2020 coming up till now, you find, say for example, we had 30 promoters. Mother want think in the last 2 years or so, you'd have run 15 to 18 to probably even 15. Me now go push it. So what is happening is that if the calendar, the 52 weekends for the year did already have a set date where you have fair event last year, June 18. So this year, next year, it'll come at June 19 or whatever the fall pan with an injection of 115 promoter. Now, if it did already full, you find say that I will reach right now. So when a man would have a date by himself, if 15 new promoter enter the ball game now, and like more weekends coming for the year. So what is happening is that now, as so comes now, date a double up. So when a person, if me go to Bamson, I have an event February 7th for the past 5 years. And when me look now, somebody coming at the same dancehall community and they have a date on the 7th of February. For the most part, the human instinct when I also feel like say, you know, say a style diva, they a style, because diva, I know some me have me ear to ear, the 7th of February. That is what is happening. So it's causing now a whole heap of pre-ments in our dancehall and a whole heap of altercation, not really altercation, but animosity and stuff too, like that. But like when I say that everything more time when you discuss things, it helps with clarity. And then when you have clarity, the results might be different. Hence, I am a part of 2 groups where about 48 hours we took to discuss topics like these, because me personally, as a patron, as a person, we have fun every time we go out there. Me notice now, say, either the local party scene,
no fun again.
Me not really too in a TK again. Me not too in a famous
Everybody,
20 again. Got
yeah.
TK they pa me date, famous 20 they pa me date. If you did originally have the date, me a pass fire 20 now because fire 20 they pa me date and this and that. So it all boils down. Now we have to come to the realization that things and time has changed and I just more promoter now. So what is going to happen?
So that we understand that there's more people keeping parties right now. But as the patrons, we no business about una no problem.
Correct.
We have 5 dance, una try tell them
It's
go to
not
them
a problem.
5 dance.
As a patron,
What do we do?
As a patron,
Yeah.
where it come down is that if I am having an event tonight, and famous 20 have an event tonight, you pick your choice.
You have to
which
pick.
part you feel like go. Famous 20 event might be a better event because Shenzi and Buntikila and Beanie Man might outside. God forgive whoop they forbid
Right.
whoop then get to a visa for them then.
Right.
Might depend film show while me might only have 1-3 local DJ, but because me and you are bestie like that, or me and you are friend like that, and
You
my
have a
event
support.
you go show up too. One reason why it is not good for us here in our community, we're not a Miami and we're not a New York where
No.
we don't have enough patrons then for community that we can have 2 events and a ram. So where the problem are coming now when
Agreed.
a data double up, either 2 persons event shaky or 1 person event solid and the next person event shaky.
And
So
that's-
coming in as a promoter, for example, 5 years now one dance upon the date and use a new promoter and you come on the date now, you have to know the risk where you run. Because the other promoter go think, damn, my crowd are going to split. You are going to be hopeful, but right, that's now the only thing where both persons have to understand is that our crowds might not be the same as if it was only one party go on. So
now you have to spend more money because you want people to come to your event.
No,
Not really.
Yeah,
No, not really.
Yeah.
Because they're going to look at the flyer now. Because you hear what Wally said. 2 event, 1 night.
I just say you're
They're
going to spend
gonna
more
go
money.
but they're going to go to the flyer now and see who's playing on that dance. Oh, Famous got Mataron. And this
Spending more
dance got the
money.
same people
but
that I heard the night before.
Spending more money. That's what I'm saying. To out the next person.
No,
and it's really not healthy.
what
It's
I
not
said-
healthy for us.
What I also said is that
So-
it causes problems where Me not really a go out for enjoy myself again. Me a go out for support. I me no want
That's it.
support. Me just want enjoy myself.
But this is when,
Right.
but
So
Tilly,
two different
in your case, you're gonna have to go to 2 parties.
It's two.
No.
It's
Yes.
two different type
Yes.
of supporters.
Yes.
It is
That's-
two different type of
yes.
supporters. A supporter is who you know have no obligation to no promoter. When you don't
Who's
have an
complaint- who's
when you
making
don't-
the complaint?
Hold on,
Who's this about?
patrons
This-
is
the
say,
patrons is
when
saying.
you not
Patrons are
when
complaining
you not
there's
have
too
no
many parties?
obligation
On the same night.
When you not have no obligation with a promoter, listen. When you don't have an obligation to a promoter, that means you are a supporter that looks at which event is best or more catchy for you. Which event more entertaining or look like the bill,
Exactly.
look like the
So
lineup,
is
look
that the
like
way you're advising that? Listen, all if you have a bridge, if you rather go see matter and go on over there, sir.
No, as me say, a two type of supporter that the boy long to know. It a go boy long to a supporter we are gonna know say, all right, me a go a TK event because me and TK a friend, me not care who she have on it. While you gonna have some supporters who is looking for what is more entertaining to them.
Yep.
You understand? It boils down to a problem now where it's like it's a little channel in between both in terms of new promoters and established and old promoters.
So you know what you're gonna
Then,
get.
Using me as a reference, me have to say old promoter, new promoter, and middle promoter. So, I would have said me in the middle. About 6 years now, me have my event. Famous 20, we have an event 15 years now, and even the year considered old promoter. We not talk about age, you know, but number
As
of years.
le-
Yeah,
Right, we understand.
I would have said new promoter who would have event 2 years now, or probably 3. The whole problem now is that you have to think to yourself, say, okay, we had it steady for a while where there was only a certain number of promoter. Whatever changes in time, as we know, we have to get used to change. Well, if a new promoter come in now.
Has the amount of promoters and the amount of events profited the promoters to continue
Because I've
keeping
seen
3-4
these
dancers a night?
See, here's the
Hold
thing.
on, wait. It boils down to know. It boils down to know. It come to the conclusion that if a person is feeling like I am supporting events for a while and I want to take a shot at being a promoter, you have to think to yourself, say, can I tell TK, say, no, you can't be a promoter? Even though my personal belief, it's certain things it takes to be a promoter. Some people are misunderstanding that and feels like I am a supporter and I have been going out now for a year, so me can be a promoter too. It's a difference between, it's a lot of qualities it takes to be a successful promoter.
Then they cry when nobody show up to their event.
So that is kind of like a problem too, but
there.
it all boils down where even if you is an old promoter, you can't tell a new promoter, say, all right, you can't be a promoter or you can't come in. So the conclusion of say, all right, the gate has to fly for whomever say they want to take a shot at it. So with that now, we come to the realization, so when the date them are double up because we don't have enough supporters, you find say 2 events might not work that night because enough people not there to full up all of them. So what it come down to now this now is that new promoters are feeling like some of the veteran promoters are older promoters fi kind of let it go or let go off of some date and fly the gate for them.
Okay.
And some of them have though.
We really can't deny
Because-
it. But my personal take on it is that if you are a promoter and you have an event 10 and 12 year now where you have seen your glory days, like in a year 4, year 5,
So look
year
on Famous
6,
and tell him,
your
look
event,
over there, sir.
your event.
No, we're not doing that. That's different. That's different.
Well, I know if you're a promoter where you have event now for 10 and 12 years and you have seen your glory days, if it boils along to where you can look and see for yourself, not being in denial, if you can look in yourself and say, you know, say me year 11 look shaky, year 12 look shaky, year 13 look shaky.
When is the end?
Me would have suggested.
When is the end?
Yeah, me would have suggested at that point, you probably can't throw
Figure
in
it
your
out.
hand.
Figure
Throw
something
your
out.
hand.
Right.
But at the same time, none of us have the right to can tell a promoter to leg off and then date.
I think it's
but
all
that
about-
is just a suggestion. If
Okay.
you have it for a while and see say it a decline, me personally,
Partner,
give
draw
up.
stop.
Hence, that now would have opened the door now for some of the new promoter them. But what I think now when it comes down to new promoter, it is evident that the dancehall scene and the dates them is heavily inoculated, which is why dates are double up. So me feel like if I am a new promoter and I am trying to I try to be a promoter and come in at the scene now. Me feel say me personally, me try to come in and catch a one date. Me go sit down in here and watch you for next 2 years. Me still like one date open.
All right, Wally,
Then me
me
try to
go get somebody
me
for
try to shoot
mention.
for another
Go ahead,
date.
go ahead.
I'll pick it back up for that.
Me not really agree or see.
Wally,
If you're a new promoter,
Wally,
and the
we get
scene
your point.
heavily
We get your point.
She said 20 minutes before she
Listen.
started.
Yeah, no, we have
No,
to-
I
you
agree,
know,
but it's all about how you move and the respect level. Do you agree or disagree? Right? For me, you know, I was a promoter in Tampa. I came here. When I came here, I asked questions. But sit on, me rally back on and say, okay, what date can I have? What can I do? I don't just jump on somebody else's date. It's all about the respect and how you advertise yourself and how you do certain things. So when it goes back to the Patreon, because we said the patrons want to know exactly what event we need to go to. As a patron, I would say basically you want to do some research.
Yeah, but as
You
a
basically-
me now,
you
I'm a
basically-
patron.
You're out of town. You're out of town. You must know somebody here. You're gonna ask questions, right? You're gonna go on social media. You're gonna ask questions. I get inboxed all the time. If I'm working for a Wally event, they're asking me questions, right? If I don't know the answer, I'm going to the promoter and asking the promoter to answer back. There are people who inbox me all the time, right? So as a patron, my give back to you would be to just basically research. Look what's on the flyer. Look at the price.
I agree with that.
Some people, they pockets
Because as a
not
patron,
like-
I do. As a patron, I
Footwear,
look
I have
at
a
it.
question to ask you.
Yeah.
You're looking at things from a point of view, and you see the dancehall world from your avenue. Do you think right now there's too many promoters keeping events?
No.
No? Okay. Famous, go ahead and answer the promoter.
You think there's
Almost
too much
too many.
promoters?
Right? No, I don't really think there's too much. I just think that people need to just respect a certain. When you say a certain,
I just
You
said that.
can't, if you're going to say in a fee, say there's too much
if
promoter,
them
we
have a
still
last
can't.
idea.
we
Well,
still
let me.
can't
Hold on. Hold on.
We
There
still
is a
can't
respect
come back
level.
around
It's a respect level.
No,
As
we
the
can't
DVD
come back
say-
around to respect
Hold on.
people date because of 52 weekend alone
Yeah,
in the
52.
year.
Well,
But I-
okay,
but
all
listen.
right.
So
Hold
if
on
you
now.
have 75
Hold on, Wally.
promoters,
Hold on.
where
The
it be?
fly, all right. For example, this for out for about almost 5 months. I go find a flyer out for about 5 months. You want to tell me, say no, I'm gonna go see that flyer here, the 24th of this September 2022, and really 2 months in, a month and a half in, I'm gonna put out a date.
But what?
No, Mr. R.
No, okay.
I got something
do it a
better.
lot.
I got something
They
better.
do it a lot.
I got something better.
They do
I
it
got
all
something
the
better.
time.
I got something better. Who is a veteran here? You think say if me just come here, me I keep a party pan Bushy date or Jeffrey Michaels
I pressure them date.
or pressure them date, y'all gonna lose.
But you gotta look
You're
at the
going
energy.
to
You have to look at
lose.
the energy that these new promoters are coming with, though. They don't care about
It does-
old heads.
Oh, yeah.
or nothing like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
What I'm
There's
saying is,
no care.
but what I'm saying is,
No care.
what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is,
You have your chance, you
Just
say
not
it
have
about
an
business.
event then.
Go ahead.
What am I gonna do?
but they already
Just
have
go
their
have an
dates
event?
though. You find
No,
another
I mean,
date.
I mean, a 3
So hold on,
Thursday,
hold on.
Saturday,
Two
Sunday.
weekends.
Hold on.
4-day weekend, you know.
What
The
I'm
But
Sunday-
Sunday.
Friday dead already with round
Yeah.
robin. We can't go round.
Hold on, may I ask you a question? All right.
You gotta be smart about it.
A
You just
group-
gotta be
a
smart
group
about your
yourself-
money.
Hold on, let me
That's all I'm
answer this
saying.
question.
You wanna lose money?
A group itself went ahead and created an environment and said, we're going to keep an event every Friday night. Why not open a club and do something and make it consistent? That way you've become like, you've turned into like what Footwork is doing right now. He's promoting this one event. All the promoters are promoting this one event. We're looking to make money every week. Then we're saying we're going to take a chance. Because basically that, he must say him no want to do. Him not take a chance. So if we had a club for ourselves, you guys went ahead and
How much people are going to be able to have a club
Watch
for
what I
themselves?
say.
But I
Listen
just
what
said
I'm
about
saying.
your money.
Yeah, you know what?
Listen what I'm saying.
No, I mean,
If
If I'm,
this
this is just my opinion when it comes to the too many parties, and this is her, 7 years in. 'cause
Right.
This is how I feel like she should feel 7 years in. 14, 14. We're all doing the same thing, right?
I'm not losing no money.
And me, there's not been a time, and you can ask anybody around me, bro. I've never once in my life as a promoter said, why is that person doing a party the same day I'm doing? I've never once even said that to myself.
You and your
That's
own,
one.
You just do your own thing.
And this is, you know what I mean? And I say that because, it wasn't even because I was a promoter. It's because I was footwork when I was saying that in my head. You feel me? Because the promotion is, I'm not the best promoter. I knew I was footwork, and that's what people knew me as.
So
as I'm saying, hold on, so I'm talking about.
Hold on. Remember, we don't care about the promoters.
I'm finna answer your question. There's more. I'm going into that. So, if there's two parts to it. So if you've been doing this for a long time, you in your mind have to decide that you've earned a certain amount of respect from a certain amount of people that's going to support your shit no matter what you do. Here's what I'm saying. So now then you got the group that's coming in, the new group, that don't give nothing about what you're talking about. And a lot of them are looking at you because they know you have people. So you have to believe you have them people. So whatever they drop, let them drop it because they have to spend more to buy the people up that you already earned. So I don't care what you're doing. I've never once sat there and said, why are you doing a party on my date? Man, you can have it. Rock out, because you know what that does for me? That does make people come out. Because you know what happens? What if my party flopped?
But you already did.
But yeah, her party is popping.
But you already did.
No, I'm telling you because I've done it. My party flop, man, pay out, lose. I'm finna go to her party. This is my night because her party was popping too. And her party came out 2 months after mine, 3 months. But because she was set up, her venue didn't get shut down. There was a random fight, blah, blah, blah. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
I'm not saying, just because I book a venue that's from 2 to 10 to 2:30 don't mean my shit can't get shut down for whatever reason, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It can just as happen as much as his venue. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't pick up the phone and be like, damn, 20? You feel me? I'm going to be like, man, I'm going to try to slide. I'm going to try to get out of here as quick enough so I can go to his party. Because that's what I'm doing. You feel me? Because it doesn't matter to me. Because I feel like I've earned enough to know that if I drop a flyer on the same day, even if it's before his, I know 200-300 people is going to rock with me no matter what. So I'm going to build my event off knowing who's going to support me. Period. That's where I'm at. Like, I'm not going to overdo it because I know I'm 15 years in and I expect everybody to show up when I don't know what I'm doing. So now when you see, as a promoter, somebody else drop a flyer, bro, I've been in a situation where I went to somebody's party in this city that I let in my party continuously for free. You hear me? Promoter. You hear what I'm saying? Walk in with no problem, back door access, everything I'm at. But then I walk up to their party and pay $100 to get in for me and my people.
Respect.
And I stand in that bit with no problem. Buy a drink, do my thing, then slide.
Keep it moving.
That's it. And you know what I'm saying? Because none of this is like, I'm not sitting here worrying about what you got going on. I'm not looking at like, man, he charged me, blah, blah, blah. Like, look at what he got. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out of it, bro, because none of that's going to help what I'm doing, bro. Because you know why? Let me tell you why. The person doing that party is doing this party every so often. I got to show up here every day of the week because this is what I do every day of the week. Right. So regardless of what you got going on, it's not what I'm doing.
I have another question.
One time a year we'll push it over.
I'm going to ask that with Famous. Another question they ask is that they are presented with the flyers. Not this one in particular, but they're presented with the flyers. The flyers have 50 hosts,
Like
3 DJ.
Picture?
No, it don't matter what the
Last picture.
That's what we're talking about. They
So
got to work.
The question to ask is that what are the hosts bringing value to my money to go and see? What do they need to be on the flyers? Are they bringing value to my money? So you start with the question.
So, okay, question.
Well, no.
I say, are we answering from a promoter standpoint, from the patron?
The patron is asking that question, yeah.
All right. So the host, right? I don't agree with a 50 million hosts on one show. 1 or 2 hosts is the most when I dance. And the value the host bring to it is when like a sound change, when I change over sound, the host can take over, crack a 2 joke. That's what I do all the time, crack a 2 joke and get the crowd engaged and involved same way when that change they are make. So that's the value they bring to the thing. No, but that upon them.
That's why we have old promoters and new promoters.
That is on the promoter and the host.
All right, Wally, go ahead and answer. You cock up your foot.
All right, when it comes
No, you
on,
have to- you have to
when it
talk,
comes
so,
on
yeah.
to when it comes on to host, there is me.
We're talking about
There is me,
people.
a person who does exactly what you just explained right there,
yeah.
and
In a
then
few
it
words.
nowadays host you have hosts where come work for come up on the mic and do the actual work. I don't know if they need to find another word for the other hosts them would have, but for the personalities, but basically they're just attractions or probably popular persons or probably persons that you want to highlight for whatever their purposes are. Whether it is to come shell your party or whether it is a hot girl, a top girl, where you know say couple man a go come and look because paparazzi apple there your event. Even some girl a come no say me a go come look on paparazzi in a real life. Or me a go come whatever the case may be. So them really, me no feel so them is a problem because you're supposed to know off the top of your head say everybody will have the title hosts doesn't mean so them have mic work for go do. You understand? Or it doesn't mean say you're an MC. Me is a MC, me no get paid for go and dance come maga. But then now when people say hosts and have a couple people, a couple hot people them we have them name or them status in them community. So there and then you bring them for your flash.
So one
vibes.
time the people them said at one point they were just a big up. Now they have a picture on the flyers and they're not doing a hosting job as you said. Why did it can't just be a big up? I mean, is the flyer needed? The presentation of the flyer is that needed?
Things of times have changed. That's all I can say.
These are people
things of
asking these
times
questions, you
changed.
know. So
I don't agree with a one bag of who and a one bag of this and a one bag of that. But remember, we're like old school. We don't. So it's all about entertainment, right? It's all about entertainment and it's all about bringing a hype to your event. So if me want to ting-a-ling for come host me something, you may or may not talk on the mic, right? But y'all hot man.
You have
top
an image,
man.
you're hot man, you're
Y'all
top
image.
man. So
the girl them want you.
The girl them
right?
want look
So me I go put you on exactly. So me I put you on something as a host. Oh my God, Tinga! Listen. Watch it there. Oh my God, Tinga-ling gonna be there with his bow tie. Yes, that's what's gonna happen. So them are gonna come. That's how that works. That's how that operates.
I think you also gotta talk that out with whoever you decide to be your host. Like you'll know what they're doing because. Hey, do you feel comfortable talking on the mic? Or if I bring you, are you, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? You got to know who you're bringing and where your money's going.
If me pick 10 people as a host, if me want somebody to come talk, and me say me I go bring in one selector, one a host so me know for talk on the mic, me know me I go bring in a Nikki. I promote a kind of people who me know so then talk on the mic. But some of them you know so then just dead for muggling, then just dead for floss, and them just dead for an image, pretty much. So as a patron, me wouldn't worry about them too much because, and I like you can have too much talking at the night anyway. You guys already coming out late. It's 3 hours to party and not enough talking. You can squeeze in between that.
While you alone, Mr. Squeeze in the talking. While
Yes,
you alone.
quick fast.
As there is a God, while you alone, Mr. Reed. Yeah.
Any other questions?
I'm ready to her feet. No, she do her job. When she come out, she actually do her job. More than some of them people, I'm say come and say them a host. Them for just host up. I can't talk.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so any other questions? Look, any other questions?
ask them
None
now.
of them.
Ask it now.
Me just sorry say the phone line not working.
Yeah, no, right. But them in the text.
Call Ting-a-ling phone.
Me think we should have put one with number them make somebody can call cause
And then
Go.
we have some preachers who like, okay, when they go to one dance or they look at a flyer, they might see, and I'm gonna call names, one on it, not Gold Star, not Echo Sensation, but then you have, what the heck is the people them name?
What's the people them name? Oh my God. I'm drawing blanks. Hello? Help me?
We don't know where I say right now. Anwar.
No, not an Anwar. We're talking about DJs. Okay, you have TNT.
G6.
We thank you. G6. You have Interceptor. What is going on? We're seeing a repeat and a repeat and a repeat. Don't get me wrong. We're not
of what?
saying
The
of
same
Interceptor
DJs, I guess
or
the same DJs.
G6. We're not saying we're not like them, but we are saying
want
there's
a change.
so many other You have Echo, you have Jewel, you have Blacks, you have
That goes with politics.
Junior Chalice. There's
Yes,
so
it does.
many
Yes, it
others.
does.
What's the politics?
What's
It goes into
happening?
politics. So remember, listen.
Because
it's
all
politics.
these sounds have
Remember.
Listen, when I'm talking, I'm 100% about the business. I do marketing. So what the politics is irrelevant for me. Listen what I'm saying when it comes to what you're saying. And I say that. I had a conversation with a DJ the other day. I'm like, bro, listen, if I rock with you for 10 years and I like you, you're always on my joint. Whatever I do, obviously people look at my flyers, they be like, yo, Foot probably uses the same people. I hear that shit all the time, and I don't even really care. The thing is, when you look at a flyer and people notice it's the same corresponding people together. Like, let me try Ting, let me try Pudgy, let me try Stamina. All right, boom. That worked out. Now let me try Ting, let me try G6, and let me try and see how that works. Let me keep trying it. And after a few years, you done tried everything out to see what works. And then only so much of that formula works. Now, as a promoter, I'm trying as much as I can. Now, let me see her do the same thing with the same DJs and see what the reaction is. Now, is she putting the work in, or is the same thing happening with the same group of people? And this is what I noticed, and I said it earlier in the show. Entertainment, DJs, I'ma still be Footwork. I don't care what goes on, because I don't think there's another promoter that's booked more DJs on a regular basis than me, bro. I'm talking about from out of town, just not even here, because I kept trying to try different things because I ran into the local, because I feel like to make somebody play different, I gotta put somebody else next to you to know that there's something else happening. It's not what you're doing. Because we go different places, and it's not a knock to you, because I know you're just as good as this nigga, man. That's why I'm doing that on purpose. So I do that on purpose. But at the end of the day, there's only so much I can do. So now, as a promoter, and this was what I was going to you earlier when I was like, where we're at locally. If you live, that's what I'm saying. This is a generic question. If you left Orlando right now as a promoter and moved to Miami, moved to New York, you moved to Atlanta, would you feel off the rip you need to go find out-of-town DJs to bring to those cities to make your party poppin'? Because off the rip in them cities from here, you know who them DJs are. Yes. Now, in Orlando, I feel like for as long as them DJs been doing the same thing, New York should know who you are, Miami should know who you are, Atlanta should know who you are.
Right.
But Miami and Atlanta don't know who's fault.
I'm not just labeling. No, I'm not just labeling them as the main. What I'm saying is, it's all over the world. But it's not my job to keep putting you on parties to let people know who you are. All I do is provide I'm trying to make money, bro. It's not about you. I can care less. I'm not even being disrespectful. But I'm a promoter for a reason. It's to create an event. You're part of that as a DJ. So you come in and you do that. You should get something from this experience than I do. So meaning if I say, I got Skilly on my next show, you're the headline DJ on that show. Take advantage of that, whatever. I'm not promoting you because I'm promoting the show. You're not my main problem. You feel what I'm saying? No disrespect,
right.
but you're not the main thing on the show. So if you're on the show, nigga, it's your show. I'm not stopping you from saying, I'm on Skilly, come see me, come rock. This is the type of shows I do. There's only so many people that own every moment and stop saying, here's go the flyer. Shout out to Wally for bringing Skilly. It's going to be popping tonight. They show up, they do their job, and they in the background when they Hennessy.
Once again, it depends.
I see a lot of that, bro. It's really lazy when it comes to entertainment. It's too lazy.
I think
it's way too lazy out here when it comes to entertainment, because if the party's done, everybody goes home and they're their regular selves, and that's the end of it. Man, when it comes to being an entertainer and evolving, you change with the time to keep it going. If you don't, then promote the parties that's catered to your age then, my nigga. What I'm saying is, when you grow older, promote those parties that cater to you, but you can't promote a younger type of energy and realize why if she does a party, you're younger than me, you do a party, you're going to pull that crowd because your crowd is 25 to 30 something.
I actually think I'm older than you.
It's hypothetical, but your crowd is, but my crowd is 35 to blah, blah, blah. But I'm looking at you like, why don't people come into your joint? Because we're not connecting in the same realm. You feel me? The same DJs I've been rocking are not talking to the people that you want to bring DJs, because the same DJs are probably college DJs that nobody knows. But when I say there's new promoters also, we don't know who they are. There's college parties and other events that's happening that got 2,000 Caribbean people in it, bro. In Orlando. strong, bro. On a Saturday, on a Friday, while we sitting here trying to book and trying to figure out what's wrong with dancehall, there's really not it's a disconnect on what the entire community is.
From point of view.
You feel me? There's a point A into a point Z, bro, and there's a missing.
Steven, go ahead and jump on.
So that's a broad topic. That's everything right there. He said is broad. So the question was in regarding to the patrons, right? The
yes.
question was, why are they 50 million DJs and 50 million hosts, right? I say politics, and this is why I'm saying politics, footworks, right? Sometimes you have the Gaza, you have the Garrison, and then you have Uptown. Everything is branched out differently, right? You are not going to be in the hustling field because you are networking uptown. You're downtown, right? When it comes to downtown, uptown don't, yeah. You are up here. We back yourself. We do things a little bit different. When I say politics, I'm not referring to you.
Talk on the microphone.
When I say politics,
Yeah,
it's pertaining
it's
pertaining to who your brethrens with are. You know, you're looking at the next person party. They did good, so you're hoping that you could do good with the same lineup. I don't do that. As a promoter, I know what type of event I want, who I want to book, because DJs as a one there's an energy. I don't understand. I don't know if you can relate to this. Some DJs give off certain energies when certain DJs play. You do not want to put a DJ that does not going to contribute to that type of energy, because what's going to happen now? You're going to lose the crowd. You're saying you don't care, but other promoters care about what the patrons are saying. You're saying you're here to make money. Other promoters look into different things. Women do different things than males. If I want to cater to a good event, I want to hear what the ladies them have to say.
No, when I say I'm here to make money, there's when you bring up those words, politics. When I say I don't care to be involved in every personal issue, it is not a thing, because if you are personally involved in every issue, you're not going to make no money, because you're going to make a decision off the personal issue. And that's a problem. And I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. 100%. I don't disagree with you.
Once again, it goes to where you are. It goes to... I understand that, and that's what I'm trying to break that down. So when I'm saying to you, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. Hear me out on what I'm saying. You see me? I say no, because if I have women like Diana that's gonna come out and say, "Yo, that energy is off. I had a good time when it's like up and down, up and down, up and down." You as a promoter, you need to figure out how your night is gonna be. Once again, schedule. You have to contribute to the patrons, because we are not downtown. Downtown already have a footprint.
Yeah, we're not talking about downtown.
Downtown already have a footprint. We are top boat. But are you hearing me?
Put on your
Are you hearing what I'm saying? You have to put together an event where the DJs is going to align to what you're trying to give. It's entertainment. Everything is in one. You're catering to the patrons. They are coming to support you for you to make money, and also you need to create a good experience, right? So you have to think about the money. You have to think about the DJs. You have to think about the venue. You have to think about what you're charging. You have to think about security. You have to think about everything. Everything comes to... Make it talk, you know.
I don't make money unless I do all of it. That's why I care about them.
Wally, you understand what I'm trying to say?
And I do understand what
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not discrediting anything that you're doing. What I'm saying is, I am saying, because he's saying the DJs and the hosts. DJs and hosts collab. Now, there are some DJs feel like, oh, I don't need to promote myself. I don't need to promote the event.
Word.
Yes, you do. Because if I'm putting you on something, why I'm promoting you? Why are you not promoting yourself?
And a lot of them that are on people's dances,
why are you not promoting yourself?
Promote the dance.
Right? I gotta pay you $400.
A lot of DJs that are
I gotta pay you.
parties do not promote the dances. Tons of DJs that I have seen are on. I'm gonna stand on party till them weak. I'm gonna see them post not a battle.
So it goes. So tingling.
As a patron.
So tingling. So hold on. This goes far, right? this goes far, and this is a broad topic because we put money in. If a venue is $4,000, $4,500, and then liquor didn't even buy yet, you better make sure say y'all put something together because you want to make back your money, right?
Give me a second. Give me a second.
All I was saying is,
No, I understand what you're saying.
why hire? Why hire? Here's what I'm saying. So why hire at the expense of knowing that, you know what? Why put
Chua man de
three-
play
why
and
put
Chua
three
man de
hosts
play
on-
dance, in the one read the flyer.
Why
Chua guy de play dance,
Why
guy
put
the one
three
read the
hosts on your
flyer.
flyer?
Like you
Why
can
put
book.
5 DJs on your flyer?
Footwork, I'ma
when
tell
you
you
can
why.
Take some of that money and provide an experience.
Listen, I'm gonna tell
That's
you
all
why.
I'm saying. So the money is worth getting.
I'm
Can I,
not.
but can I tell you why?
Okay.
No, but listen.
Okay.
Listen, footwork. Can I tell
But
you
why
why?
you doing this? What kind of dance is that?
Can I tell you why they do that though? They do that because like you guys have had years in. You guys run your thing a little differently. So at the end of the day, a newer promoter doesn't necessarily know the concept. They haven't had no type of, and I'm not saying you have to have business training, but they haven't had no business training. They don't know nothing about event planning. They don't know nothing in terms of even business. So even if you haven't went to school for something, over the years of trial and error, you guys have kind of decided.
What's the first thing I said when we came in?
Right.
We have made.
Right.
That doesn't
So
even
no,
bother me.
but that's not hold on, I'm not
When other
finished.
promoters do it, and I see the
No,
flyer, it
but
doesn't
listen.
bother me. When I see random people on their flyer,
Footwork,
I go look up who those people
footwork.
are.
But listen,
I do that. I wanna know who's on their flyer.
Listen. At the same time, when you're saying why, you're saying why have multiple hosts and multiple DJs. Let me tell you why they can do that. They can do that because a lot of people that are DJing or hosting or stuff like that, they don't require deposits anymore. Or maybe there's a lot of newer hosts and stuff.
Don't say that out loud.
No, it's true. So no.
Yo,
Listen.
let me
Let me finish. It is true. There's a lot of people that don't require
I'm not saying
deposit.
that.
So whereas somebody who's about their business will
making my money
already,
now.
by the time the party comes, they already done paid for everything. So whether they take a loss or whatever, it's a difference. You have people that their whole whatever they make from that party is depending fully on that party. They haven't paid a DJ. They haven't paid the host. They haven't fully paid for the bar or its commission or whatever they have worked
hear how
out.
that
So they
sounds?
let it. I didn't do it, but this is the reality.
What are you saying?
So if they flop, they have no money to pay nobody. DJs be talking about on Facebook Live and everything how they don't get paid till a week later. Like there's a lot of different things that are going on. But if you're a new promoter, and you don't.
People, the ones that will have everything taken care of, and the one that will solely depend on the event.
Hey,
So
before
you see the difference between them. What you was just saying, you were saying there's
I'm saying that what he was saying, where you have people that book multiple people on these venues and stuff like that. So let's say y'all two have the same night, right? You have your thing structured where you already, even if you didn't pay everybody fully yet, you already have a list of who's gonna be there, what they're gonna be doing, how much liquor you're gonna have, how much you need, everything that you
Alcohol.
need. You already have all this done. You've already done it multiple times. You have an idea. You're a new promoter. You don't really have no idea, no guidance. You didn't ask nobody. You just decided you want to party and you want to party on this night. Now, this person have a party. They got the flyer. This is who they bringing. This is who they're going to have. You have, like she said, you have to now top them. So you're going to go talk to this person, that person, that person. Let's say you get somebody that may be a little bit hotter at the time or whatever, and they're charging you more money than the other people, but they're not necessarily charging you a deposit. So it's like, all right, well, after you do this, then I give you the money at the end of the night of the party. So you have all these expenses that instead of kind of being minimalized or even halved in the beginning, you're having to fully pay for at the end. So you can put yourself out there and say, yeah, man, give me 8 security guards or whatever. You haven't paid for nothing yet. So if you flop, right, but that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. The difference is what she said.
The moment you said now they feel like they have to top them, that was already the problem.
That's
You feel
already
me?
the problem.
That's already the
why
problem.
Why keep that event? But listen.
Why keep the
Well, I
event
know-
then?
Why
Why you
hold on,
doing
hold on.
it to
Wait,
top
one
her?
second,
You know
one
what I'm saying?
second.
Like, why even do it?
Quickly,
And it all
because
depends-
I want to get Wally to
Listen,
answer
and
that
it
question.
all depends on the type of person you're dealing with. Wally just booked my bar staff. I was already paid before my event. You see what I'm saying? I was already paid before my event.
Yep.
So
Big
it
up
all
yourself,
depends.
Wally. Easy
Listen,
yourself.
I'm just she have money. But what I'm trying to say is,
Alright.
it's how you go back in regarding to your structure. It's gonna go back into your structure.
I want to touch this one thing
Yes.
where we kind of go over.
Yes.
In terms of persons that you book on your event, in terms of DJs, hosts, or whatever. It is kind of like of a tricky subject in terms of people who feel as though from a book you from an event you're supposed to do equal amount of promotion as me or people who think otherwise. I
Speak
beg
into
to
the
me kind of feel like
Good,
say
so we know.
when you're a promoter and you're having an event, it is your responsibility to promote for the success of your event. While me feel say if you book panic common sense to tell you say share it here or there, me is not the one who feel like say alright, me I go put my focus on you as a DJ or you as a host or you as a back girl. You not share me flyer, if you share me flyer, if you share me flyer because really if a fucker hired them hired to do a job. Me hired for really come do your me bar service. Me not think me really owe you no obligation for you to sing out for your flyer at the end of the night when it's sweet and you really sweet. You understand? So me feel like the whole idea of promoters literally a pre them workers them and them people them for share and this and that. Me feel like said that when you might as well say you left the event alone. But unfortunately, I saw me feel when me have an event and me book me back girls them and this me never own them yet. But for post and post, me hope them common sense tell them for post. But at the end of the day when the profit sweet at the night, I fear that me only charge you $400 for come play some music and that my job. In terms of what you say now, I'm bigging up the party too as well. If when you go to Bams now, me as a host, when me a promote a party, people know say it's kind of part of what you do. Not like a promoter ever tell us say set in stone where your job as a host, if you go up there, if you big up every single party we are going, it's not your job. No. But then now next promoter in a crowd might remind you say, big up my party or big up. That time next up again, one have to stop people for. No care how you try to remember, no all of them you go remember, you understand? If me didn't remember, it doesn't mean I fight you. Or it no means you want me no want your event where you're in the spur at the moment, you just cannot remember everything. Then now, as a promoter again, we have to look on it as DJs too again. May I speak from patrons' point of view, yes, so me know of patrons, you say, all right, me go up there, me get Ting-a-ling $50 for big up my party, and Ting-a-ling just shoot me money in my pocket and just say, all right, Diva D, big up. While my $50 when me give you this, so I'm going to back up there for my $50. Me give it for here, you say, Diva D party the 19th of February. It really not going to be able to happen everywhere or want it every time, so we have to be mindful of that.
And but wait, before you answer, because I just wanted to
go
back. But therefore, there and again, be leading back to what Footwork said and saying branding yourself. If I know I'm booked for your event, and I'm your bottle girl, I'm sharing that flyer every day.
Because you branding yourself. Why would you not brand yourself?
That's because your goal is to promote yourself.
It's not even.
Because I'm a brand.
It's not even just.
Because I'm a brand. Hold on.
Yeah, it's important.
Before.
Sit down, please.
Before anybody say anything, hold on there.
Bless.
Because I have seen many DJs have done it. They're branding themselves. I'm on an event. I'm going to promote that event. I want people to come out to the event because if I have more people come out to the event, that's more money in my pocket. Me as a back girl, I know I need more money in my pocket. So me I go promote. I'm going to tell people to come out. Anybody who's a host on somebody's event, you telling me you want a bottle from these people? You want to get into their club free and you ain't promote their party? How dare you?
Praise you, God.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Even you as a bottle girl, right?
Hallelujah.
I'm going to use this man as an example. And this is what a lot of promoters should get to at this point in their career. Or you should achieve. If you haven't heard of him, let's say, for example, Private Ryan, right? So boom, Private Ryan.
Brother.
So it don't matter when the man drop a flyer. It doesn't matter. And everything is more than 1,000 people that's coming to this man event. Now, when I say the respect level of, if you don't have a team, your team, meaning you're listen, you're not for hire for nobody else, bottle girl wise. You do not work for nobody else. You're not available. I pay you well enough to do my events, period. So that means I expect you to promote my stuff.
Right.
But if you don't just work for me and you're freelancing, you got hired to do a job, there's no expectations there because you're a subcontractor at that point. You don't work for just me. You work for 100 people. So that means it's still up to me to make sure that whatever. I hope you promote it because I'm hoping you're promoting
Yeah,
your
hopefully,
business.
but then after
Because as a
conversation-
business, DJ promoter, promote what you're doing, your next event. Damn, if my shit is big enough, excuse me, then I want you to say, yo, I'm gonna be at footwear because you already know. But you believe it when you say it because it's the brand. Now, if you're a regular person and you got $50 to spend and tell waste of money, a lot of stuff is a waste of money. You feel me? I don't believe walking up to the DJ booth, giving somebody $50 because it happens the exact same way for the last 20 years. The man gonna say that for 10 seconds. You gonna get mad, and then you gonna realize, why did I do that? But do it again consistently. Because their DJs is not up there to promote your party. I'm sorry.
They might play for
They're there. You gotta understand, if they do it, it's 100%, I feel, out of love. Because they don't. Because if they take the money, that's just a plus for them. Because they don't have to take the time. Because mind you, she's the promoter paying that man to deal with this party. Why is he stopping to even talk about the 47 flyers up there?
That's what the host.
That's not
You
fair.
feel me?
If
So now,
Wally-
okay, but that's still a promoter. That's still a promoter. That's a promoter issue. That's a promoter
That's not
issue.
fair.
Pay you to do
that.
Get on
If
the.
Wally pay for horse, and she pay for Baka, and she pay for DJ, and she pay for all that, you telling me before the party you can't share the woman flyers 5 or 6 times? You telling me you can't?
Yeah,
do
I'm
that?
telling you I can't because
She's
that's not
saying
how I
it's
run
not
my
required.
parties.
She's saying it's not
Listen,
required.
because that's not, bro. Like I'm saying, every party. If you choose to do it, you're not obligated to do so. You don't have to because I learned.
If you reach down to where you is a promoter
What
and
if you
feel
book
like
for-
you're totally dependent on that, it still means say
You're
you're
a
not
bar
ready
service
yet.
company and you're
I
booked for
understand
47
it.
other fucking parties.
All right, so hold on,
you
hold
think
on,
I'm
hold
gonna sit here and make sure
Well,
my
from
party's
your
gonna
party.
fall in the cracks of whatever else you're
Mr.
talking
Footworks?
about? You're not just dedicated. If you're doing a good job,
Footworks?
you got more events.
Mr.
Yeah.
Footworks?
So that means
Praise Jah.
I
Allah.
understand what
Praise
you're
Allah.
saying. I do.
Praise
I do
Allah.
understand
We have
what
one more question from Tia, and then we're gonna have to go. But Tia, go ahead.
That done
Next
after that?
time we have to start the show on time because I mean it's just crazy things.
Yeah, go ahead, Tia. Go to your last question. Thanks for everybody who tuning in right now and are still on the chat line.
We
at
should
all.
have a promoters union where promoters get paid and there's like a system for DJs and there's something and we can
I
have a
definitely
conversation.
feel like
I'm being honest.
I
that's what
definitely
should
feel
happen.
like
Hey.
this whole panel we probably need like another show because we've
Yeah, we're
gotten
gonna need a
to
part
all
two.
Yes, we got into
Listen,
all the
Part
issues.
two.
I'm gonna say
but
one comment
we
though.
wanna find
I'm gonna
the
say one
resolve.
comment.
Few.
People, if you're gonna, times has changed when it comes to parties. Respectfully, promoters spend a lot of time, good ones, and you know the good ones because you always see their flyers. That means whether they took a loss or they took a win. No, think about it because you don't care about us losing money. And you don't even care about us winning money. You just care about us providing what we tell you we're going to give you. That's what it is. So
Value for money.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we lose a lot to even get to this point. So I can lose some money on a show and then be like, man, I lost. 2 months later, there's my next show. Because that's what I do, because I love to do it.
For the
So
love.
I'm waiting.
It's the
I'm
love.
okay with taking that. So as a result, what I'm saying is, we know you got complaints, but it's not just waking up and us saying we're gonna throw a party together. You would see that. You can tell when a party's just thrown together, and you can tell when a party's been putting effort into it. If the man put in effort to his party, 5 months promoting a flyer, show up on time, show the man some love, get up out of there, and when it's time for you to go, if you're old, get up out of there early. If you're good, stay till whenever. But you know what I mean? Play it out because
It goes back to
I say that
research.
because when I say that venues, okay, everybody wants to blame promoters and stuff, but we don't live in a city where venues is easy to come by.
Nope.
To book and do a bunch of stuff. Legally, if you do
ourselves
it,
for that too.
or we can go the route where we got to get a permit every day to go do a party here and blah 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 blah. But
somebody
also,
done
they don't
called
always
on
want to
last-
give us a permit to do a party. You feel what I'm saying? Where we want to do it. So respect the effort that it takes to do
Tia,
all
go with the
this,
last
bro. It's
question.
not.
Okay, so this is the last question, and I want to ask
There's
you
more.
guys. I want to ask you guys, given everything that you have said,
11:38.
I'm be there. Well, so it could be a yes
Ain't
or
no more
no.
iced tea.
Okay, go ahead.
Given
Iced tea
everything
done.
that you guys have
Some
said
Red Bull.
and everything that you have been through dealing with the dancehall community and where you were when you started versus where you are now, do you guys feel like you're more selective about what you attach your name to?
Hell yeah.
I am.
Absolutely.
I am. I'm not. I am.
Wally?
Listen.
Or does the money run?
So,
like,
for instance,
We get
certain
3 years
people.
on a question.
Tingling, what we doing?
Last comments.
No, I'm just saying. Are we
Last call.
answering
Last
down the
comment.
line? Or what we
Last
doing?
Yeah, go on.
Because you was just rushing me just now.
I was saying last call.
Okay. Me, yes. I won't attach my name to certain things. Sorry. it's gonna be too long because he's rushing us. But yes, I won't attach my name to everything.
No, man. 30 more seconds.
No, because he gonna no. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's a no for me. is that where it's it? It's a no for me because it's an individual thing. I'm at a point in my life where I care about my name and my brand because it means more. Because also, we live in a business where contracts are very rare. Right. And you take people's words for a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. And it ends up you not making a lot of money. So, if you're going to attach yourself to a person, their word got to mean just enough to where it's worth your time. If you're not willing to sign a deal every time they do business with you or you do business with them. That's what I say.
And if they do bad business,
then you know. You know what I mean? You're a promoter, bro. At the end of the day, everybody's not perfect. This is not a business where it's meant to be a perfect thing. It's a chance. This is like being at the casino. Facts. So when we go up in there and we think we have a sure thing, nigga, then it rained for 10 hours and we're like, what do? We're done 5,000 years and he's coming to the party. I got an artist at the hotel that won his back end. Mm-hmm. And there's nobody at the venue yet.
You got to make that payment.
So at the end of the day, you don't care as a patron, as you're complaining, right? You just want to make sure this happens. You don't care about the weather. You don't care about that the venue saying, you know what? We forgot to tell you we don't have a liquor license.
When you get there,
we forgot to tell you.
When you forgot to tell us when the artist is going on here.
Bro, we run into stuff that we can't sit there on the internet and tell people because you don't care.
You're in the back sweating. You're in the back sweating.
So just as much, we want to, so all I know is and I feel like I've dealt with these people and they're very amazing people. I know from us here, we do want to give you the value for your dollar. I've never once been around any of them where I felt like, why they charge? I would book her to host. Because she hosts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would work with her as a promoter. Because you know how serious she talks.
And she always big up my dance. So she big up my dance for free all the time.
And I've done it. And I've actually done it.
Every time I see her, I say, Wally, beg her free big up now. She give me a big up. And sometimes she big me up without even me tell her.
But that does matter. That does matter.
Yeah.
You also need somebody that's able to walk in the venue and know, damn, I understand what a promoter's going through. Mm-hmm. Let me help them out. You know what I'm saying? So if there's 20 partying people, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of these 20 people.
And
Boom.
things, like he said, things happen. So at the end of the day, you might have a night that's going to be shot. But as long as you take care of what your responsibilities are the next day or the day after, you're going to have more respect.
I've been in a situation where the artist told me they didn't have a visa the day before.
Okay. Wow.
Do you go online and tell the people them?
Yeah, you got to.
You got to.
The same time. Oh, another thing. The same time you know information, you just gotta say it. It doesn't matter.
You gotta say
it. Bro. At the end of the day, bro, I feel like the way the internet works and life works, people gonna find out whatever they're gonna find out. So you can finesse it however you want to finesse it.
You just gotta put it out
there.
there.
But I've put out statements on the internet 4 or 5 times when I know something's not gonna happen. 4 days out. I'm not waiting till Friday. No, I'm not waiting till Friday. We've done that.
Let's get to Wally. Yeah, Wally. The question again was, over the years, and you doing your events, would you put your name with anybody's event?
Would you attach yourself?
We're talking about
attach yourself to anybody.
We're talking about Wally British promotion, not just Wally as the host.
I guess the question will make sense. What is your brand need to you for nowadays compared to like when you like
before?
As far as like working.
Like, would you attach your name to anything now?
Me just not happy if you know say I wrap this show, I wrap up. Nonetheless, I put on events. I want for them to work. I hope for them to work. I do my best to promote as much as I can. I am not one to sit around and think that whomever is a part of it in terms of all who is on the bill,
Part 2.
what effort they have to put in or not. I hope it is left up to their discretion to do all that. But I want to put on good events. I want for it to work. As a promoter, I make sure going in I have enough to cover my expense, whether my event works or not. So when the event don't work, I don't have to worry about all of that. So then now when it comes on to having to worry about all of that, that's when you start worrying about who came and who didn't come. That's when you sit around and wait and watch a film, say put out the picture, then you look through to see who never did it, instead of worry about who showed up.
That don't do?
But no, it's
Really?
It's a lot of people that does that, but it's just a whole bunch of stuff that I want to talk about that we weren't able
Part
to
two.
include into
Few.
this few minutes that this hour and a half that we had tonight. But anyways, we're going to throw a few like a big up in it. Big up Famous 20 and his event, Tony Mataran, a veteran DJ, probably soon throwing it on. So if you haven't taken me in a while, look for him on the 24th of September at Genesis Event
I'm done.
Center. Remember, Genesis Event Center, the bar start giving issues after 2 a.m. So if you really want to support anything we are going in a
Come early.
Forward early.
make certain say between the hours of anywhere after 12 days. So on a show up. Remember,
What are they doing?
Anwar's Rodeo coming
10
up
o'clock.
Friday, September the 23rd. You know, I put on a weekend. It's called Talk of the Town Weekend. It's always the first weekend. It's in February. It is coming up. I hope it does good. Whenever I want to start sit it out for 3 years in a row, I'll throw in my hand because maybe by that me will move over to the old promoter. Me no know, but me feel like say if you're a promoter, your event is still working. Continue to go ahead.
Continue,
If you're on an event, you see say an event at the pan the decline, it a cut down from 400 people to 200, and it a cut down to 100 to 80. Me personally feel like so you can throw in your hand as a new promoter where you come in. Me feel so you can take time come in with round 1 instead of try to come in with round 2 and 3 because the scene already inoculated. Me feel like say our communities that go like it take time to try to get rid of quality event. When me say quality event, me mean the event them where you put yourself together to go, the event them where you try to dress up and for go. Me think we take time and gradually cut down to about 75%. Dirty body shorts and crep sneakers is a time and place to everything. We need to dress up sometimes. We cannot eliminate that. It is very important. Right now within our community, I'm talking about the Garrison, the dancehall community, it's like 75% anything put on event and 25% dress up. I think we must pick up some more on our dress up event. But I want to see since Corona time, our little dear after the take time we dress up event a cut out. We don't want to cut it out because we would have been the only city when I have a dress up event somewhat. I also feel as though we have to understand when it comes on to pricing, which is something that we did bring up
be more
earlier,
reasonable.
that patrons are complaining about pricing. We have to know that the event that is not going to have a high overhead expense, it is not going to be the same price as an event that has a very high overhead expense. Depend because the quality where them are bringing, like Diva D say people are flying, our artists, our
Mataran,
venue,
I come
our
in.
venue we are gonna cost 10,000 over a venue we are gonna charge $1,000. So we just have to decide this. All right, if an event is out and it look like it is too expensive, you just decide whether you want to go or you don't want to go. But at the same time, an event that you can go and eat bacon and cheese and all different type of cheese and drink champagne free all night, it is not going to be the same $20 on an event.
Cheese
We
and
just
crackers?
throw together and whatever. So when it comes down to pricing again, we also have to realize that things and time change, everything gone up. One time we used to go in a Bravo and get one chicken for $7. $11 fee now. $11 for chicken, so everything will go up now. You can't get no $7 chicken again, or else it's a bird. So things and time. Things on time gone up, so you know, say a price you go there. Me also feel like if you're mentally prepared to go somewhere and pay $30, and when you got the gate of $40, I don't think the $10
Makes a difference.
Make a major difference. That really means say you really couldn't did afford for out there in the first place. That is another thing. There's another issue. Some people are complaining or feeling like their events are not working out. I feel like support to no support people on support only support some people on support we. Other between the panel tonight, we discuss again between the quality of events. It a boiled down to where we realize it's only 52 weekends into a year and more than 52 promoter right now. So there and then dates are gonna double up. We wanna stop people because if 2 events are going one night, we cannot go. We can't make it to the 2 of them. It's only so much partying the body can do. It's only so much drinking the body can do. So if you got one event first and then you start drink. When you trickle down for the second event, you can't drink as much. Your energy not up enough. So we have to analyze that and know so the people and we are swear double up on date on the event might not be as successful. My word again, closing out. If you have an event 10 or 15 years now, you say now work too much, take time, let it go, because we come to the conclusion we cannot deny the new promoter them from coming. But as a new promoter, again, we have to analyze it's a lot of qualities it takes to become a promoter, not because you got a party for a year now and I support. So you go a party every night and buy a little back. That still not make you automatically becomes a promoter, because there's a lot of things promoters does for their event to work. Some people as a promoter, they running for footwork and I know you spend the money. So me I come as a network and make friend with you. Me I come network and make friend with Diva D. Me I go network and make friend with Anwar. If you're a promoter and you're quiet and you're just in a one corner, you're not network, your event may not be as successful as a person who are network. So we have to bear those things in mind as new promoters.
Thank you very much, Wally.
No. Orlando, no. You don't do that. Orlando again.
Part 2.
Again, when it comes on to
Part
the
2.
event,
Part 2.
when it comes on to the
Start at 8
event, we
o'clock.
can do better. People, if you go out every weekend, just like how me know the brightest color, every venue where you go, you know the time frame. We know by now,
true.
say in a Genesis, anywhere after 2 o'clock, a problem a go on with the bar. So there and then, if you go at Genesis, put on your clothes and come out
early.
After 12 days or something about. Me personally, I'm tired to get ready, and there me had a wait one time and a wait because people or else open it. Last night is a prime example. At downtown we are going, we go 9:20 and when we got nobody not there yet.
I'm gonna tell you a secret I learned. I'm gonna tell you a good secret, a promoter secret that I learned
Yes, tell us what
that helped people come out early. And you'd be surprised is when people know the schedule. 'Cause a lot of the times people think that it's gonna get, and it's not even about people showing up late, because people come out for atmosphere. Feel me? Like nobody wants to be the only one in the party.
No.
They kind of,
They watch the lives
they want
and
somebody else next to them just to be. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
mind.
No, you don't mind.
I
That's
must have whined
because
for her.
Most people
but,
do.
but the
We have
majority of
time.
people.
It's soon called time.
Nobody
for the
But what
wedding.
I'm saying is,
We need film.
Uniform party October
when
the
people
8th.
know,
Yeah.
when people know ahead of time what the entertainment is going to be, and I've watched another group of people do this, and I'm trying to bring it out, and I'm telling you, take it as a promoting like advice. Give people a time frame of what's going to happen. It may be tedious, but the schedule does work. Everything works. I watch white people put out
But
a
people
schedule
don't normally
saying,
advertise their schedule.
but that builds up energy. If Gold Star is playing
We gotta change.
at 11 o'clock, and it's important that you see that, then Gold Star needs to let people know they playing at 11 o'clock. You'd be surprised in how your party changes when you make people and you put out there, hey man, you send the DJs a schedule, and I'm also let people in the public know the schedule.
Tingling them used to
you
do
can
that.
show up when you want,
Yeah,
but
schedules.
you miss Gold Star at 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then Mataran is at 1 o'clock. So if you want to show up at Mataran, like the bar, and it might help your bar to let people know, come early because he's gonna play at 1. Come get drunk. No, it might not work, but it works for me.
That's
I understand.
Every
That's a good.
environment is not the
That's
same.
good. That's a
But
good.
you,
idea.
but there's little things
I
that.
need a whole radio show. This
But
vibe
you
is
can
scaring
take,
me
but
all so
but the
bad.
thing is, every environment that we do events in, whether it's EDC, the white people, Afro beats, Latin people, there's certain things that they do to make sure they people show
And
up.
you could take. You could
And
take
there's
from
certain
another.
things that we're
and you
doing
can take
that
from
we
another
don't change.
promoter.
Hold on.
And we
hold on.
get
Feedback.
mad, but we don't change, bro. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
so
That's what I'm
this-
saying.
this-
We don't
Never
famous
change.
enough to answer the question.
Okay, go ahead, fam. Look
What
at
the question again?
Jesus.
Fine, what the question again?
Closing arguments.
Yeah.
Closing arguments.
Would you attach yourself to somebody else?
October the 8th, uniform
definitely.
party.
Man, me can't
At
attach
Genesis.
anything to my brand, man. No, man. A venue, for one. DJs, 2. I can't attach myself to some of them things there. Because you work so hard to build your brand and never attach yourself to certain things. Like, I just bring you down. They're just
But
mindful.
it might not. But you're saying you're saying it's possible.
No, well, in certain circumstances, it will bring you down.
People remember the famous 20 event in Bill. I imagine the pandemic and then I take not less than 3,000 the money there. So when you come by gate and hear the $40 analyze and know say alright, I want big bill that he have there. There are persons just who don't like to pay, period. Free ticket a kill with anyway.
Eventbrite.
People
They have
learn
early
to pay
tickets
for
for
going a
Eventbrite.
people event. The people them where every event you know definitely I look for a free entry for come in and then you know promoter to I want people come pay when you come. It is not working out. We are losing terribly based on the free ticket. They make up on the mind. So when I go pay and call it a day, it couldn't matter if it's a yard back. It don't matter how from gate they and ticket. Just make up your mind. If you go at the people then gate and you and them close like that and them let you in, well fine. If it's not, just pay because chances are you're a promoter too. And if you're a promoter, you're supposed to know so the gate money is very important.
Okay, so to piggyback off of that, Wally, go on Diva LaCoy page or Diva LaCoy page, where I will be putting up all the events that I'll be working at because we are on the time frame and I can't big up everybody flyer. Or you can go on Imperial_ladies. I'll be putting up the flyers there because Tingaling is rushing me for time. I can't read everybody flyers. I do apologize.
I'm a flyer.
So if everybody just run down real quick and only state where people can reach your social media, and then I'll close this out. So work you next, because Diva just went.
The internet.
I'm done.
Just look up footwork. You should
The
find
real
somewhere.
footwork. DAREALFOOTWRK on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Also, so y'all know, I also currently now work for Backwoods. So I do marketing for Backwoods. So after the month of October, I do Caribbean sponsorship for Backwoods. So this is another thing I be wanting to tell people. Caribbean parties, I feel like here don't get, even, it don't matter if it's Garrison or Uptown.
We don't get enough sponsors.
I think we should know, it's not about sponsors. Is promote on another. What I'm going to tell you is going to be facts. Nobody buys physical tickets no more. Stop selling physical tickets. Internet is where people really, if you see somebody with a physical ticket, it's because they printed it from them purchasing it online. That's where traffic is because people physically don't like going anywhere to buy a ticket. Because as a promoter, you really can't keep track of that. That's too much. You need to know where all your money's coming in one source. If you have it several sources, then you have to trust everybody to deal with that. Don't do that to yourself. It's too much work. People don't move like that. It's an advice. You don't have to take it.
No, it's the is a hustler footwork.
Can I say one thing? One thing now?
It's over, Divi.
No.
We can't save the world in 2 minutes. It's over.
Go ahead.
It's over.
Party done too quick,
Thank you everybody for forwarding to you.
And then now this show now remind me of the same thing we are talking about party and late start.
But
The show
I do want to say, no, I do want to say.
start 9 o'clock.
Listen,
We not start till 15 minutes to
Yo,
10.
give 1 more hour
Then
to
you hear so the show.
Think, you want
Good
more
night,
hour,
everybody.
30 more
Good
minutes.
night.
Right.
Pillow Talk, I want to say big up yourself.
Do 30 more minutes.
No.
It's
Do
over.
30 more
It's a
minutes.
Sure,
wrap.
though.
It's a
I'm
wrap.
gonna cut my closing arguments down. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Pillow Talk, we out.
So bless up to everybody. It's Pillow Talk is Bundy.
Engineer your shaker.
Let me ask you that question. Let me ask you right now. Do you want forward back again?
Yes.
Show is over.
I'm asking you, would you like to forward back again?
Yes.
Wally? Footwork. We're asking a question. Would you like to forward back again?
The camera's off.
Yeah.
This is part 2 of
Closing
So
our-
no, we need.
Everybody?
part conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So this time we're starting at 8 o'clock. Hello. Ting-a-ling.
Anwar. All right.
Ting-a-ling, this time we're starting at 8 o'clock.
We had some issues today. That's all.